Jay Martin goes over to the to the person who I don't know if it was a custodian, and he walks up to this guy as Marlon's on set. He's like, "Hey man, you go find a shovel because we have a burial."
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, "Jay, you're an asshole." You're just an asshole.
What a guy.
He goes, "No, what's that burial? This is a burial.
man.
We need
It's
to
real.
bury the dead."
I deserved it, man. I deserved it.
He
man.
forgets his set, and I go,
Are you fucking dumb? What you thought? Yo, Alicia, pop it on that blood clot. Pop it on that blood clot. Right away, the other way, the other way.
It's a celebration. Yeah.
Where's my flag?
On your shoulder.
On your shoulder.
"These are the times." When
Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, another day, another classic. I'm Marvin.
I'm Big Norm.
Wow. Militia.
I'm Duke.
And welcome back to the Extra Gravy.
Yeah.
Today is the Vibes Gravy. The Extra Cartel.
We're 2 minutes in, and 15 gunshots have let off already, bro.
Yo, the gunshots will run today. Listen,
We
let me
need to
pause
take a
this.
shot every time there's a gunshot.
Yes.
Oh.
Let's go. Drink her up, baby.
Hey.
All right.
Do you even have enough, Norm?
This is street vibes.
Whatever's left of that
Yo.
bottle is what we got. So somebody send that bottle over.
Yeah, send that bottle over here when you guys get a chance. Oh, what a day.
Oh,
what
man.
a week.
What a week.
What a week for this to happen. What a month. We got Randy's
Perfect
back
time.
and Vibes.
I forgot about Randy's.
Yo,
Wow.
nature is healing.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Nature is healing.
What a time to be in Toronto.
Oh my God.
And
ladies
it's
and gentlemen,
Caravana
we got-
week?
That's what
And
we
it's
were saying.
Caravana week. And we got the guest that we've talked about the most on the show, but never been on the
Okay, everybody take a sip.
Another one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
shots,
raise
more
your
shots.
glasses.
More shots.
Shake your asses. Duke.
No.
It was a different sentence.
Fire.
Dude, you got butt like that?
Fire. We say fire for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of Canada's greatest comedians of all time.
Ooh.
This man inspired me to get into stand-up comedy.
Very kind that you say that.
This man has been a mentor, a person I could go to for advice, someone that has been a source of inspiration for years, killing it in the States,
raised my
killing
glass.
it in Canada.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for comedian Trixx in the building. Let's go.
I appreciate you. What a time to be here, bro.
What a time,
What a time,
to be
man.
here.
Found out on the plane on the way here.
Jeez. And how are you feeling?
I'm not even Jamaican, and I
you
feel
have-
this shit.
Jesus.
I'm not even Jamaican.
I
and
think
feel
I
this
think for a
shit, bro.
non-Jamaican, Trixx has the greatest patois I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's because I was babysat by you guys. And they don't change how
No
they talk
way.
to
No,
you.
no, no,
You
no.
gotta
There's no
figure it
code
out.
switching.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they don't. Here's our Africa, so they will take time with you. No.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Be of
Trixx-
yourself. I said, God, I can't eat that. That's what I got for
I
years.
can't
old were you?
remember where
Years.
I met Trixx first. I heard him first on Flow back in the day.
Oh, the other flow.
The other
other
flow.
Flow.
The
OG?
The OG Flow.
The flow I don't speak of.
Shout out to Mr. G.
But can we
Or not?
that face? But can we send a shout outs to the fact that you guys are two different levels of flow or two different eras?
Two generations of flow.
Two
How crazy is that?
Generations of Flow.
And then on
That's
top,
I'm just
crazy.
mimicking his career.
yeah.
It's like a multiverse, really.
Copycat.
And then on top of that, two different shows that both had intern as the
As
dude.
intern.
You know
Oh,
what
I
I'm
told
saying?
you.
That's
I-
actually crazy.
This is a full circle moment, bro.
Yeah, man.
Because when I was on Project Bounce, he came. I don't even know. He came out of nowhere. Play the music. It came out of nowhere, bro.
Didn't have a home. Yeah.
And he
Like a straight bucket.
like a
Hopeless.
little light skinned dude came in and was like, "Hey man, I just want.
Oh, he was sweating back then too.
I just want to know all about radio." And Bro, I don't even know how he became the intern, but he was loyal. When I say loyal,
Oh yeah.
this guy was there.
That's
from
loyal to
12
the
o'clock
soil, man. That's mad.
till 5 in the morning, bro.
Yo, you're doing a lot of
Every day.
gunshots and not
That's
enough
facts.
sipping.
She's on it.
This girl's drinks
At
almost
least you're trying to
done.
get drunk, low key.
He's further.
This is the first time I'm meeting Ace. This is
I know, that's
This
crazy.
is long overdue, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
First of all,
really
congratulations to you. I'm very proud of you, bro. I love seeing that you're. I like seeing forward movement. Shout out to you, and shout out to you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Because I tell everyone, I'm not a fan, and this is, hear what I'm saying. I'm not a fan of people who go from the internet to comedy without the respect of the craft. And this is one of the few guys who went from having like big success on the internet and then wanting to do comedy, but actually treated it like it was a craft.
Yep.
And learning and sitting and watching people and like taking the hits and being like, yo, this ain't easy. But coming back and now this guy's like killing it. I see the videos, bro.
Second time I ever did stand up.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Harbor Front Center.
Which is ironic because that's where my show is.
Harbor Front Center. Trixx, Jay Martin, Nick Reynoldson. Okay.
You're such an honest dude, bro. Because most people would not tell the story he's about to tell.
I walk in there,
Okay.
3 pages in my hand.
Oh God.
Okay.
All right, shake
I
your
got
step.
my whole set word for word.
Okay, no,
written
before he
out.
goes on, Jay comes up to me and goes, yo, this guy has does this guy have a set on paper?
I
bro?
need to know. Yes, I need to know what was
because
said.
most comedians have like a little notepad of
Yeah.
the set list. They don't have all the jokes
Verbatim.
on
No.
3
Oh,
pages.
man.
Yeah.
So
Speech
Jay's like,
ready.
is this guy gonna read his set, bro? I go,
Yeah.
Like
Yo.
cannabis in a freestyle
Trixx
battle.
is standing there drinking. We're in the green room. Trixx is standing there drinking. I'm looking up these guys like titans, right? I've seen Trixx at a show before. I've seen Jay Martin. I haven't seen Nick, so I don't know what he's about. But I knew these guys were serious. And Trixx is already like in his confidence bag. Like he's drinking, he's chilling, like busting jokes.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is he thinking of anything but the set right now? Like I can't breathe. Like I've been shaking all day involuntarily.
this guy looked like he was preparing for a presidential speech.
It was crazy,
This
dog.
guy was in the green room just
He
studying.
was gonna vomit.
I legit was gonna vomit.
Oh no.
And
I've seen that
Trixx
before.
is drinking near me, and Trixx kind of looks to the side, he drinks again. He's like, he doesn't look at me. He's just like, it's not gonna work, bro.
Oh, that would have destroyed me, dog.
And I'm like,
Bro.
what? He's like, yes. It's not gonna work, bro. He's like, you gotta speak from the heart. You can't. This whole thing,
Yeah.
not gonna work, bro.
Nah, bro.
He starts drinking again.
That's
Typical
solid.
Trixx
That's
walks
good
away.
advice.
Come on, dude. Like you trying to memorize a set and then
Yeah.
going on
It's impossible.
with it in your head. It's not
Yeah.
gonna flow
It's impossible.
right,
And if
bro.
you
And I'm
forget
trying to
shit,
look
you're
at the
gonna
words
panic.
and remember what facial expressions I wanted to make on that word. Like
You're a robot.
It was because I had such respect for stand up. Like I
okay.
was like such a fan of it growing up, watching it every single day. So I was like, I can't go in there and look crazy,
Yeah,
man. And
yeah,
this- plus I knew how comedians felt about internet comedians, especially
Yeah.
at
Oh,
that
yeah.
time.
And
That
this
chip
was-
on your
this
shoulder.
is- and this
Yeah.
is
You gotta
Marlon-
remember.
And
this
you didn't
is
want to be Will
prime
Smith
Marlon,
in Fresh
bro.
Prince of Bel
This
Air.
was 2011 or
No,
12.
this was prime Marlon.
Yeah.
You know, things Toronto people say.
Oh, wow,
Bada bada. This is
All
like,
this just came out.
all the girls in the audience like, oh my God, that dude big fat.
Oh,
Bro,
man.
we were vexed. And I'm listen, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you. We were bitter people because we didn't get that love, bro.
Yeah.
So we were bitter. We're like, okay, oh, so you're
And I
wicked.
saw it.
Oh, you're popular. Okay, let's see you do what
I
we do.
saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I could smell.
We
I could smell
indirectly
the
did not
show
like
or
it.
something.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
And
tough
I'm like,
vibe, bro.
oh God, okay, I gotta really like actually try.
Yeah.
But that's the thing
And-
that comedians do all the time. They always want to. They put you up to the test. They want to
no,
see. They challenge you. You know.
No, but it was
They say
different.
they
This was different.
They encourage you in
This
a way
was a
where it's
little
like, yeah, go
different.
do it, do it.
He
do it.
earned
I wanna
our
see
respect.
you do this.
This is only a little different because remember, content creation was brand new.
Yeah, that was new.
So it
It was
wasn't
like
like,
YouTube, right?
it wasn't like
It wasn't
yeah, yeah.
Instagram. It was
yeah,
YouTube. It was
so it wasn't
YouTube.
like there was
Yeah.
okay, a hazing for because we know how this goes. Like
yeah.
it was just like, yo, fuck this guy.
Yeah. Who's this young kid?
Everybody,
Hold on.
no matter where I went, it was like, yo, fuck this guy.
I
Yeah.
didn't. Okay, and let me just get this clear. I didn't set him up.
No.
I didn't.
I set myself up.
I didn't. I wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna put like Keith Pedro or some dope heavy hitter in front of him. No, he was first. I
Yeah.
was like, listen, this is his first time doing a set. And I remember even introducing him when I got up to, this is as feisty as this is. I said, okay, as soon as I introduced him, Jay goes, man, I should change to black because this is going to be a funeral. This is exactly what he said. And I'm like, give him a chance. Let's see what the kid's made of, bro.
And it was a funeral.
Because
It was
what
a
I
funeral.
what I respected about Marlon is he didn't come in like a lot of these internet comedians do now.
Cocky? Yeah.
I got 1 million followers. I got the blue check. You know, I'm the man.
False
Everybody's here to see
confidence.
me.
Yeah.
He actually came in with the respect of, yo, like, I just really want to do good, and I really just want to learn this. I'm like,
I didn't want to disappoint
No,
people who are coming.
you were a real
and
fan,
I
like a
wanted
fan
to
of comedy, bro.
impress the
Comics?
comedians.
yeah,
Right? Because I'm like, I'm actually funny. I just
Yeah.
don't know what this arena is yet.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So I'm like,
Yeah,
I
still
don't know
trying to
how to
figure
do
out
it.
But you
format.
recognizing
Still trying to
that
figure out.
was what I respected.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't do that. And listen, man, shout out to my boy Mike Paramore. He's right there. He could tell you, he knows. We deal with these internet guys all the time, and they come in like rock stars, as they should, because let's be honest, the crowd's there to see them. It's
They're
a
filling the
Wednesday
They
club.
got
night,
the numbers.
packed.
They're filling
and,
the club.
and here I am, the veteran, who's the opener,
Yeah.
leaving with about, what, $200? This guy's about to leave with 10 racks and
Facts.
doesn't even have a set.
Yeah.
Right? And they come in like they are the God's gift to comedy. And they're yeah, man, you know, they got a green room, and I'm not even allowed in their green room. They got bottles. I'm just going, all right, bro.
But it only takes 7 minutes for the audience to recognize their frauds.
But not him. But not Marlon. Marlon, this was in the height. Listen, he could have easily been feeling himself. But he came in there like, nah. Like, he looked at the crowd. He was a little nervous, scared. That's a person who cares. The minute I see that you're nervous, it means you care, bro.
I was shaking, bro.
You see what I'm saying? He coulda-
Involuntarily, my body was just
Oh man.
all day. Like if I thought about it, my body would just start shaking, and I'm like, yo,
I'll
it
let-
never happened to me before. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'll let Marlon tell what happened when he was on stage.
Jesus.
I will just tell you, when I introduced him, when I shook his hand, 'cause you know, classic comedian handshake, I felt the fear. I'm like, oh, this
You
guy's
felt the
scared.
sweaty
And
palms.
you know how
Sweaty
it is.
Palmer.
We
Sweaty
did it
Palmer.
to Norm too. The vets will always
Sweating
test
right
you.
now.
Yeah.
They will always test you. Vets will always
Yeah.
test you. Doesn't matter. They'll
That
be like,
I wasn't. You know what even made me do it? I had gotten emailed by somebody in Dubai who wanted me to go out there and do 45 minutes for like 50 racks.
I never got no
And-
Dubai invite.
And I'm like, but at that time, especially hearing things about Dubai and the Middle East, I'm like, if I go out there and fuck up, they might just like chop off my hands or something
my
like
God.
that.
Yeah,
I had no
Hilarious.
idea what was going on.
Still up.
So I'm just like, I don't know. I've never done stand up. I'm not gonna pretend like I know. So I turned it down. So then when I got asked for the Harborfront, I'm like, all right, like I can try. Like this is gonna be a smaller, lower
We'll
scale
give you 10
thing.
minutes. We give you 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I was getting paid like $100. I'm like,
Right.
That's fire.
all right, like this is not that big of a deal. It's low stakes.
Yeah.
I could try and figure this out. I had done it once before. And the one time I had done it before was beginner's luck. It was one of those ones where like your first time trying something and for some reason it worked.
Yeah.
Which is the
And-
worst thing
It's a
that could
curse.
happen.
Worst
to
thing.
a
Yeah.
stand-up.
False Worst
sense,
thing.
False sense of
When you're
But I
starting
still
out.
wasn't confident because what had happened was I forgot my set. And so I had to start making things up. And I just started talking about Precious. Because Precious was like brand new
biggest
movie.
Yeah.
So I was like talking about how does Precious take a shit? And that killed for like 5 minutes. And then, so then now I'm going up there. I'm like, all right, if I
Precious
forget
for
my
5
jokes,
How does
I'll
she
just
take a
rip.
shit? That's hilarious. Oh, wow.
So then I go up there. He introduces me. I go up there. I'm seeing like some older women and stuff. I'm like,
It's big people.
they're
in
not
there,
gonna
though.
know what I'm talking. I had like younger type things to
Yeah,
talk about. And
yeah,
I'm like, so I'm already panicking.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm up there for, I kid you not, 2 minutes. And my mind just goes blank. And I'd gotten like 1 or 2
Oh,
laughs,
no.
but there's like, in
no.
hindsight, it was like one of those like
Confused.
sympathy.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
oh, we know he's trying. Let's
Come
encourage him
on,
type
come
laughs,
on,
right?
buddy, you can
Jay
do it.
Martin,
Hearing the come on
and
is
Jay
crazy.
Martin goes over to the to the person who runs the, I guess, the staff at the Harborfront.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a custodian, and he walks up to this guy as Marlon's on set. He's like, "Hey man, you go find a shovel, 'cause we have to bury all
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, Jay, you're an
Trauma.
asshole. Jay. You're just an
What a
asshole.
guy.
He goes,
Yo,
no, it's not burial.
It's
Trixx is
real
not
though,
burial.
man.
We need
It's
to
real.
bury the dead.
I deserved it, man. I deserved it.
He
big.
forgets his set, and I go, and I remember him coming off the stage.
Wait, after the 2 minutes?
No,
You didn't have the papers?
No, he
You
did
put the
about
papers
7.
down?
I didn't put. I was trying to memorize it.
Yeah.
He
Yo,
did
you
about
would have
7.
the papers, that'd be
You
crazy.
should
He
have
did
brought
about
the
7
papers.
minutes.
I did 7.
He did about 7. He didn't do 2 minutes. He did about 7.
Okay,
And
good.
then I remember
Felt like
because
2
he didn't start off forgetting. He had
Yeah, I was
he
good
started,
at first.
and then he blanked. And I remember him coming off and being in the green room. He goes, "Yo, man, the shit you guys do is hard, bro." And when he said that to me, I go, "You know what? Okay, here's a kid that gets it.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
gonna
I
come
saw
back."
the sympathy in his eyes for the first moment.
Yeah, I respect you because at least you acknowledge that.
Yeah.
That goes a long way with me. If you acknowledge the craft and you're like, "Listen, man, yo, that shit wasn't as easy as I thought it was."
I invited Trixx out to my next 3 shows, which happened over the span of 4 years. I never that a whole next year went by, and I'm like, I'm never going up there again.
Yeah, but
trauma.
full circle, the last Trixx and Friends that I did,
Oh yeah,
I put him on it on purpose
oh that was fun.
because I go, "Okay, he's ready now.
That's fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's ready now."
I was amped for that.
And
one.
he went up there and murdered
I was
for
amped
the
that
time.
one.
And I was like, "See, full circle."
Yeah.
Absolute is a great spot.
He's done my Absolute shows.
I think that's the best.
My crowd could be fun, but they could also be, black people. It's all about money. Everything reversed to money.
and
How
time.
was the show? It
wasn't
really
worth-
the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
How was the comedian? I don't know if they should have paid him the money that he got. It's always about money.
Yeah,
So it's like they're very listen, he needs to be funny or I'm cussing.
yeah.
Especially if they're coming to see the guy.
Yeah.
Right? So him, Hassan, Phils, all these guys did well.
Yeah.
So now I can book Marlon, no problem. But what I respect about Marlon is the fact that he's like, look, man, this is not easy. I need to go back to the drawing board and really study this thing and come back.
I studied you. I studied Jay. I studied all you guys. I started going to the Africa versus West Indies type shows, seeing how you attack. There was this one show, bro, where they stacked the West Indian side, right?
What do you mean
And
the one show? They do that every show. Every
Nah,
show.
it was one show still.
Every show.
And the African side, there was one guy that came that didn't really translate with the audience for some reason. I can't remember what his name was. He didn't really translate with the audience, and then another Caribbean guy came on, matched it up. Trixx is on the side I'm gonna fuck them up. Watch. I'm gonna fuck them up. I'm judging,
Patiently
right?
waiting.
Oh, yeah. It
This
was like
guy-
you and Kim Davis.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, bro.
This guy gets on stage and starts dismantling West Indian people. He's just breaking them down and
How much
showing
time? How much time
saying
does
why
each person
Africans are better. Yo, I was
Maybe
dying.
20. You know the hard thing about those shows?
Yeah.
Africa versus West Indian. First of all, no disrespect. Shout out to West. Shout out to all those guys. The problem with Toronto is the African contingency is not coming to that show.
Not
Yeah,
coming to the West
unless
Indian
they get
show.
their comedians.
That's right.
Yes.
And that's like the African, basket mouth and Chief Obi. You got to get their guys.
Yeah.
So when as soon as you hear Clash, West Indians, they're coming out. Right? So 95% of that audience is West Indian. And even I could get a standing on Trixx was good, but no, you didn't beat us. And I get that.
Yeah.
Just
They
based
will
off
not
of
let you win.
patriotism.
So
Yeah.
it's always Trixx
They'll always
versus
highlight
West
Trixx
Indies.
and be like, but the rest of them are whatever.
It's
Yeah.
me versus 3 powerhouses. And Wes is not dumb. He gets the most popular. You get major
But also
hype.
because you're patois.
He'll get
Major hype
White
already
Yardie.
decimates 70% of the crowd. Then you get White Yardie. Okay, so it's me versus juggernauts.
Yeah.
Yo, the one year
know?
though they had Michael Blackson. That was that
And-
one year.
Oh, wow.
That was the only
You
time.
doing
Michael Blackson comes and listen, and shout out to Michael Blackson. And that year we did win.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
me and Michael Blackson. I'm like, bro.
Nice.
But the other years, it was literally me. I felt like I know what Michael Jackson.
Like
feels
Alfred
like, bro.
Kinga.
That's like you setting up Michael Jackson with just Tito and Jackie, bro. And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
come on, man, give me at least give me Janet at least. Come on, bro. And it's and it's always me going up there, and you'll see it in the comments. Oh, even Trixx couldn't save. I mean, his round, okay, Trixx, we'll give Trixx his round, but the rest of the rounds, no.
How did you start comedy?
Funny thing, well, I was DJ first.
Project Bounce.
No, I was a DJ first. I was a club MC first, club MC, then DJ, and then
Were you
Project
busting
Bounce.
jokes on the club mic?
Yeah. And the funny thing about all age parties.
Because I've seen you on the MC parties. He just makes fun of people.
And shout out to
all the time.
Yo, shout out to Kid Cut. Shout out to Blacks Done the Play. Shout out to all these guys because I took from all of them. And I remember, I knew that, when you play reggae, you give a little speech and then you play the song and then you get the biggest forward.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do that with hip hop. I'm gonna say something and run a big tune. But the problem with me is I would say real things.
This guy would be in there like, yo, some girls in here have no fucking job. I see your heels.
Yo,
I
You go back.
see where you're standing too. Why you in
Heel
that
back.
booth?
Yeah.
She gave me money when I'm in need.
I was like, yo, no one does that with hip hop, So I was like, so that was, but Project Bounce is what gave me the confidence for comedy.
Yeah.
Because Albar was like, listen, you're gonna be the host, and I just want you to be you.
And Project Bounce, for those of you guys who don't know, especially those who aren't from Toronto, is a classic Toronto show, hip hop.
Yeah, 12 to
Underground
5,
college radio.
midnight to 5 a.m., and it was all underground hip hop. It was the hip hop that you didn't get on the main stations.
Yeah.
And
What
The
station
best
was
show
that
in
on?
the
It was a
fucking-
college
I don't give a fuck. The
And
And this is when they thought hip hop
best
was a
hip hop
fad.
show in the country.
And in the
at
history for
time.
Toronto, people that don't know about Toronto,
89,
before major
yep.
radio, before the original Flow came, you got all your music from college radio. It was never we didn't have any Hot
Had
97.
any.
That's why Flow was so
Commercial
monumental
radio.
Yeah.
because that was our first Hot 97.
At best, you get
It was
93.7
CKLN,
WBLK.
It was
But
all
then it
college
was either
radio.
pick that up.
CKLN 88.1 or 89.5.
Exactly.
Those were the other- or-
Mastermind was on the.
Yeah, or 105.5.
He was the
Same channel.
closest we got. Mastermind show, which was only an hour,
Yeah.
but it was the closest we got to like that Hot 97 vibe.
Pioneer, man.
So Project Bounce was just unedited, just raw radio, and it was like almost like the first of its kind because Albar was like, yo, I just want you to be you, just do you,
Loose format.
no format. There's no you got to talk for 1:30 and then commercial. No, bro, it was like talk. People, I mean, we were getting artists calling up. Yo, who's that guy? Yo, tell him to come in the studio. I'll battle him right now. And it was the first of Toronto. It was the first of
That's so
no one
amazing.
had ever seen that before, where two artists would literally be arguing on the phone and then end up in the studio and battle each other.
Oh, that's
it was,
hard.
It was raw.
That's hard.
So that gave me the balls to do comedy. That gave
And
me
were
the
people
balls.
coming from after the club? Because it's coming from like that late at night.
There were some scary nights though, and Nation will tell you. Intern will tell you. There were times where it would be me and Intern we're by ourselves. And you'll get the thugs that are like that don't get play anywhere, and they'll be like, yo, play our record, yo.
Go play it right
And
now.
come there with like 50
and
guys.
it's the middle of the night. And it's the middle of the
Play
night.
that track right now, dog. You know.
play our things. No. And you're like, okay, I'm going to play it right now.
Who let them
Even
in
if
in the
it
first
sucks.
place?
And you're picking it up like it's the greatest song ever.
You're about
But
to
it's
head.
garbage.
Pow!
It's fire.
And
I
it's
see what you did there.
garbage too. It's a garbage record.
Yo, this
You're like,
one's coming straight from
course.
Boydell
man,
Court.
I'm about to premiere, and I was like, Funtmaster Flex, like, yo, I'm about to premiere the heater from
Acorn.
from
Don't do
Hairy
Acorn
Legs,
like that.
Hairy Legs, straight out of from Demon's Town. Yo, this is a song called "Yo, My Fingers Itching to Shoot Somebody." You heard it here first. And I'm looking at Intern like, oh god. And the beat is like horrible,
Horrible.
and
man.
it's
No
just a
mixing.
garbage song.
Damn.
And then I'm getting on there just to save me and Intern from my beating because
Yeah.
50 man are in there, and I'm like, you heard this? Yeah, we're gonna play that again. It was so good. Run it back. And
So-
and-
You know
Protects
Vivian,
you like, yo, what is this?
you know Vivian Barclay? She's like a music executive. She used to be on radio, and she used to have a night show. And she said that mans would try to roll up on her
yeah.
and force her to play music and threaten her and all that other stuff.
crazy.
Me and Intern
So that's
shouldn't
how
be
she
here.
got her. I think her show name or something was like Bulletproof Soul or something.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yo, I don't invite the energy,
Dude.
bro.
She said she would never.
I never prove you wrong.
She would never play them. She would
You
never
had
play
no
them.
choice. You had no choice.
Yeah.
Because the thing was, what was cool is we had like the camera where you could see who's downstairs. And I remember Intern wasn't there. It was me and Law. And there was a particular artist. I ain't gonna name his name because I'm trying to get beat up. And he was like knocking. And this was when we had gotten the rules from the
Higher
powers
ups.
that beat us. Says, yo, you can't let nobody in the studio. And he's ringing the doorbell. And we're like, yo, we can't let you in. They're like, yo, Trixx, you're really not gonna let us in?
No.
Kicking
You know
off
you
the
have to leave tonight, right? And I was like,
Jeez.
oh, you were there.
Threaten.
Jeez.
He's like, you know, you have to leave, though. You have to walk out this door to go home. All right, though. So we're out here. I'm like, you know what? And I remember texting the boss going, listen, I'm letting them
They're
in.
threatening
I'm
me.
not dying for nobody.
Yeah, no,
I'm not dying for nobody.
I don't get paid
Yeah.
enough to die in
Help
here.
me, help.
Yeah,
But the funny thing is, I've been in studio sessions where people be like, yo, don't worry, they'll play it for us. They'll play it. And I'm just like, how do you know? Like, don't worry, they'll
know.
play it for us. Like,
because they were like, here's the thing.
I'm like, all right, cool. I guess Trixx will play it for you.
One thing. I remember that group Point Blank. Shout out to them. Region Park's finest.
Region
Yeah.
Park.
They were the only.
Illest.
They were the only group. Shout out to them because they were actually like our Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Think about it.
They gave Region Park
And
Region
I
Park
feel
an
like
anthem.
They
Wu-Tang
really
and
did.
Mobb Deep
Point
in
Blank
one.
was dope.
They gave
Yeah,
Region
yeah.
Park an
But
anthem.
they were scary.
feel
I was
love
terrified of
between yours
them.
and
Even though they
mine.
were cool with me, I was terrified of them. And they were the only guys that could actually say, yo, don't worry, he'll play it. And I would be like, I would play it without even hearing it.
Yeah.
Because they would roll. They were always cool. They were always respectful. They never threatened me. They never did anything along those lines. But it was Region Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 10 men. 10 very serious men.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah.
And
They
I was
got
like, I just trusted that the song was as good as the last one I heard. And I just played it. And I was like, yeah, Point Blank, they're the best. Yo, you know when you get it exclusive.
But it was always good shit, though. They're fucking.
They never,
music
and you know
was
what?
fire.
They never gave me a garbage tune.
Yeah.
I would say
yeah.
the same thing.
Never.
Too, yeah.
No, they never did.
They're
This guy's
They
dumb.
never did. No. I mean, I wouldn't say if they did on this show.
That's what I mean.
Absolutely not. But
there-
I no lie, they never did.
There
They
are
never
garbage
did.
songs.
They never did.
Like Will Smith's new song.
Oh man.
Wow, we're just gonna go right
So
in.
Yeah.
We are, man. This was.
This song is bad.
I'm
Are you
the
talking about the
that.
one with the choir?
I'm the food. I'm the
Yeah.
food. All that stuff. All that
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
He took a page out of the Rock's
I
rhyme
am a
book.
saint, but if you touch, I am a savage. I am a Libra, but I identify as a Cancer.
No, you don't.
I identify as a
Bar-
cancer.
That's double entendre though.
He's bi cancer. He's trans.
I am for real, and I'm pretending.
Not Pharrell.
I am Musa. I am Jesus. I am Judas.
Okay.
He's trans-astrological.
He took it there.
I'm
Who
the
wrote
backwood.
that? Who wrote
I am
that
the
for him?
grabber. I am the lighter. Like, what are we talking about here?
Did Jaden Smith write half those lyrics? For him?
I don't
There's
know
no
who wrote
way.
them.
I am the Jesus. I am the
It
Judas.
sounds like something Tony Robbins would write
Wow.
for a motivational speech. I am everything.
Jada wrote it and told him to rap for him. You better rap this well.
This is a bad song.
You know, it'd be hilarious if the new Will Smith album has August.
Oh my God, he would do that too.
yeah. And
A song called what was the thing they were calling it?
Entanglement.
Entanglement.
Yeah.
That's what he's
Yeah.
gonna call it.
Entanglement.
and then it'll have an
Disgusting.
AI verse from Tupac.
Let me explain something. to you.
need you.
Tupac would need you.
I love Will Smith. I
Jada,
do.
we need you.
I love you, Will Smith, but it's hard to look at you
Yeah, man.
when your wife can sit across from you like, yeah, you know, a young boy was better. It gave me more than you could ever give me.
Whoa, she said that?
And you just sat there.
She said that?
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
There was something I was missing,
Oh, there's something I was missing.
and the little young boy gave it to
Listen,
you.
it's okay if Will doesn't eat ass. Like, he can't control pink eye.
yeah.
It runs rampant in our community.
No, there's been questionable
community
things
is
about
crazy.
Will Smith.
You want ringworm?
Work.
That's
Will
crazy.
just, I'm sure Will just refused to do things that she wanted him to do, and August
Like,
was
let me put
willing
it
to
in your
do
booty.
it.
She looked like the type to peg a nigga.
Word.
And I feel like August Alsina,
No, I can
now
see
that
that.
we know what we know,
She's like kissing his shoulder. She, come on.
Keep the acting going, Will.
she does heavy metal music.
Keep the acting going.
She has a heavy metal band. She definitely
does.
pegs
No, I've heard
niggas.
it.
Come
She
on,
really
bro.
does.
She actually
Willow
does. Yeah, she really
is the musical star in the family.
Yeah,
now.
facts.
Let's just leave the music to Willow. Even sometimes Jaden will come
Nah,
out with a
Jaden's
little
good
tune.
too.
Yeah.
Jaden's good.
Yeah, my
Leave-
icon
let-
living knows about it.
I
Icon
like
was
that.
the
I
only
do.
one.
I love
Icon
that
was
one.
I
the
like
only
Icon.
And I
one.
loved Will's. That's the last Will verse that I liked.
I liked Icon. All I'm saying
I
is
didn't like Icon.
let the children handle the music now.
Yeah.
And you will just monitor the acting. Just act.
Yeah.
Because
And
come on,
gospel,
bro.
like, it's too on the nose.
It's way too on the nose.
It's too on the nose.
You boxed a black man on television. There's
There's
nothing
no
you can't
need for
purge that.
gospel.
Yeah, I did that
You
shit.
don't
Can't
So
purge
need
that, bro.
So what?
You don't need Kirk Franklin.
You really don't, man.
Redemption for slapping Chris Rock. Like, it's okay. We don't care. And getting a black choir means you're trying to get black approval. And we don't listen. We don't care.
Except for Wanda Sykes. But
Like, I think I think people associate Will Smith with the black community more than they associate Chris Rock with the black community.
I would have rated him if he slapped Samuel L. Jackson. I don't rate
that would've
that
been
you slapped
crazy.
Chris Rock.
Hey, I'm a
Facts.
slapper.
If you
you
slapped
Samuel
Jamie
Jackson-
Foxx
or Jamie Foxx.
or LL Cool J or
That's not
some shit,
happening.
then I'd be like, all right, nigga, now we on
I'd be
smoke.
like,
No,
Will
if you
Smith is a different man. That's
If
what I
he,
would
if
have
he
said.
slapped like Ricky Gervais,
Or even Tony Rock.
so like white
Even
man?
Tony Rock.
Oh, no,
If
no.
he slapped Tony Rock, I'd have been like, oh, you real.
Tony Rock's going
If he
crazy.
Tony
slapped
Rock's
a,
a
if he
real
slapped
nigga.
a white man at the Oscars,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
what?
Then he would
Who?
be
Which white
canceled.
man? Hold on,
For
hold
sure.
on.
He
Let's
would've
go.
been
Which white
canceled.
man?
He
Which
would
white
have been
man?
canceled for sure.
Anyone
Which
What's
white
the
man
name?
you want him to slap?
Well,
I want him to slap William Dafoe.
Why? He's cool. I like that guy.
Who is that?
Because he got a face that's slappable. He got a slappable
He got such
face.
a slappable face.
Yeah.
Yo, if he
But when
slapped
he was
Chet
young,
Hanks
he didn't look like that.
Chet Hanks.
and Tom
No.
Hanks,
I think if he slapped Chet Hanks, no one would be mad.
you know, if he
Yeah.
if he boxed
If
Tom
he slapped
Hanks,
Tom Hanks, that's a different
it has
story.
to be somebody
Allen.
beloved.
He's finished.
Gotta be Woody Allen.
No,
It has to be
he's
somebody
finished.
beloved. You know, like somebody beloved.
With Chris Rock, they scolded him. With Tom Hanks, he's
he would have been
finished.
done.
Yeah.
He's
They would've
done.
called
Who's a
him
white
monster.
boy darling?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, Matthew McConaughey.
no,
If he
no.
slapped,
Matthew
if he
McConaughey.
slapped Matthew
that would have
McConaughey,
been.
And then
It's
Matthew
like while he's
McConaughey said,
jacking
all
him.
right, all
That's a
right,
fight.
all right.
all right.
That would have been crazy. Yeah.
That's a fight.
Yeah, no, Matthew McConaughey is fucking Will Smith up. Let's be
No,
real.
it has to
With
be.
those short arms for sure.
Who's a beloved white actor?
Ben Affleck.
no,
Beloved.
Beloved. No, he's not beloved. Timothy
Cruise.
Chalamet.
Okay,
Cruise.
with the white women,
Tom
right?
Cruise,
It's like
Tom
Meryl
Cruise.
Streep is
Tom
like the
Cruise.
standard,
Tom
right?
Cruise.
Yeah.
In their world, Meryl Streep is like the standard. Who's the male equivalent
Daniel
to that?
Day-Lewis. The whites love that nigga. I don't like that nigga. You see, no, producers
No,
confirming.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
Leonardo
the whites,
DiCaprio's the only one I could think of, but they don't really
Who's
like
a
him like
No,
that.
They love Daniel
Angelina
Day-Lewis, bro. I'm
Jolie's
telling you.
husband.
Daniel
Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt. No,
I
but
feel
they
like
don't
he
like
was
that
like-
nigga anymore
No.
either because
No,
they
not
just found
anymore.
out he's abusive as fuck.
Oh yeah, he
George
did some crazy
Clooney?
shit.
No.
Man, they losing white boys
They
over
do
there,
like
aren't
those
they?
Clooney? Is it Clooney? No,
Who?
not Clooney.
Jim Carrey.
No.
That's what I was thinking.
You slapped
good
Jim
one.
Carrey in the
That's
face.
what I was thinking.
Black people are
Everyone
jumping
hates
him.
you.
No, but the
But
thing
I
is,
think that
Jim
Jim
Carrey
Carrey,
hates you.
Jim
I
Carrey
think
played
that
off,
Jim
though.
Carrey would make a joke.
Exactly.
He'd be like,
Whoa,
like, there's some
somebody
shit.
stop me.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, right.
That's what,
alrighty then.
Yo, I'm
that's
saying
what I
right
was
now,
thinking.
Bruce Willis.
Oh, that's a good
in
one.
his- in
No,
his-
current state?
That's
Oh
abuse.
my
His
God. Oh my God.
Or John
wanna know
Travolta.
where
Michael
Yeah,
J.
bro.
Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
John Travolta.
John
Michael J.
Travolta.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael
John
J. Fox.
Travolta.
Oh, shake him
Career
up.
done.
Yeah.
If he
Finished.
boxed a man with Parkinson's,
Yeah.
I mean, would you feel it?
Boxing Back to the Future?
You're
wow.
My bad.
Imagine. And then Jim Carrey comes out,
He would have left him
and then
shook.
Jim Carrey comes out like, yo, we gotta get the almanac. Oh, God.
Yo, if he
Greatest-
slapped him up,
greatest
he would have been
award show.
shook.
You're fucking
I'm sorry.
dumb.
Yo, stop smoking weed.
Yeah, this guy's dumb.
Man.
But yeah, no, I don't want to hear Will Smith make any more music. I'm
No, it's
I'm
done.
done.
It's over.
There's a list of people
Well,
I don't
there's
want to
an
hear
album
make music
coming.
anymore. I know, unfortunately.
Getting jiggy
Same thing
with
with
it was
LL
the
Cool J.
last, bro.
Don't want to hear him make music anymore.
No,
He's
but
got an
the-
album
yo,
coming.
But the truth with Eminem is all right though. Murdergram 2 is all right.
I
It's
didn't hear
not
it.
bad.
See, but then he's gonna have the club try. You know he's gonna have the club try, and it's gonna be corny. And I just don't want to see him go through midlife. Like I like LL Cool J, like the way I view him now. You know what I mean?
What's he gonna rap about? Colonoscopy.
Deepest, bluest, my handle's like a
hats.
shark's fin.
That nigga love a Kangol hat. He's gonna rap about the Grammys and hosting it every year.
Yo, I
But-
would take a LL Cool J over a Will Smith though. If I,
LL
if I
Cool
had
J
to
and
choose.
Ice Cube are the other two people I don't want to hear rap anymore.
Damn,
You don't want to hear
Ice
Ice
Because
Cube
I just the way I view them now is more actor than
Cube? An
Artist.
artist.
than
They've
artists.
transcended.
They've
the music.
transcended rap. Like they're more and Ice Cube I see more as a businessman now.
Even Queen
But I
Latifah.
feel like
anything.
Ice Cube will still slap a motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
Out of all of
absolutely.
them, he'll still
Absolutely.
be there.
It's like,
Yeah,
I don't want to hear
somebody.
Ice T rap either. Like,
Yeah.
just
That's
Law and
crazy.
Order.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
and just
Focus
Be
on
with
soft
crimes.
crimes.
Coco.
I want to keep. There's
Soft
certain
crimes.
people I want to keep my vision of how I view them.
I agree.
I
Queen
feel like
Latifah,
social
too.
media has ruined so many people for me. And then when they try to do this music comeback midlife crisis thing,
Yeah.
it's like
It doesn't
it's
translate.
super corny. It
Yeah.
doesn't translate. You're not speaking to anybody
agree.
really.
What about
Like,
what about Ludacris? You think Ludacris can come back with another album?
I
Ludacris
think
is still dope,
Ludacris
though.
is talented enough
He's still
and
dope.
still looks young enough
That's true.
that he
That's a
can
good
pull
point.
it off.
Andre
I
3000
think imagery
Yeah.
has a lot to do with it as well.
Can
Will
what
looks
about
visibly
Tyrese?
older.
Yeah, and he's like constantly
What
dyeing
about
his hair.
Tyrese? Do you want to hear him still sing
Yes.
love music?
He's
True?
amazing
he could do
still.
it.
His voice is still incredible.
With
You don't think
R&B
Ray J's better than him, like Ray J said?
nonsense.
Ray J said he was better than Tyrese.
You didn't see the
Say better than everybody.
Ray
you
J's
know?
doing a lot, man. He's fighting
This
Dr.
man
Umar.
said he would go out of the, didn't he say he would eat Tyrese alive?
Yo.
Oh
Because
my
Tyrese
God.
does not know how to do a run.
69
No.
God.
Yo.
Yo,
Wow.
that's crazy.
He goes, Tyrese only knows how to yodel. I go, Ray J,
Yodel.
That's an
Yo.
insult.
You're
that's
doing
absolutely
insult.
incorrect.
much, bro.
Tyrese has
Wow.
one of the best live vocals of any R&B artist
Yeah,
out
he's-
there.
he's fine.
Other
I
than
still
like
think
Jamie
about
He's
Foxx.
just crazy.
That nigga sitting on the bus, every time I open a Coke, I see Tyrese on the bus singing, la, 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 la. Bruh, that's a special bus ride.
That's somebody that I was very confused why he wasn't a part of the Usher tribute. Because his voice literally is.
I think he wanted women to just
Isn't he
serenade
literally
him,
the
though.
voice
what
voice
I
that
felt.
sings "You Make Me Wanna"?
I think Usher wanted
what?
women to serenade him, though.
I've never heard of that.
I think it was
Tyrese
Usher.
is the background voice on for the hook of "You Make Me Wanna."
Is he?
No, I thought it was
Or is
not
it the
Tank?
other song?
Isn't it? No, it's
not
not.
my. It was my way.
My Way.
It was
Sorry, My Way. So
But-
why didn't he come out and do My Way?
But
Like, that
I
would have been
think
perfect.
I think
Right.
Usher wanted it to be
Women.
just women.
Yeah.
which is horrible.
Because okay, no disrespect to
No, I was
the
gonna say
community.
sexist.
Yeah.
No disrespect to
Horrible.
the community. As Usher being a gallus, maybe some guys feel weird when it's men serenading you. Me personally, I want the best voices. I don't care
Yeah.
about
Yeah, that's true.
who it is. If I'm Usher, I just want the best representation of my tune. Now.
Right, right.
And even though I think Kiki did a good job lip syncing and dancing, Tiana Taylor, that was the only part of the tribute where I was like, okay, leave that in.
I think they need to
Yeah.
be more transparent with how they chose that.
But Marsha,
Marsha.
could sing,
Horrible.
but she was horrible.
That-
at that,
I
bro.
was saying that, and nobody
She
agreed
sounded
with me.
nervous.
She was
She
horrible.
sounded-
She
at that.
sounded nervous,
Nuts,
and I've
bro.
heard her live
Yeah,
before.
she has
She's
an amazing
incredible.
voice. It was
How
insane.
do you have an Usher tribute and not have Chris Brown in there?
I
Well,
don't know if
because
they really want Chris
I don't
Brown.
know if they're actually on good terms anymore.
Yeah, remember
Okay.
they fought last year.
They
Did fight
allegedly
last year?
fought.
Allegedly,
We don't
yeah.
know.
Okay, well,
That was
They
a couple
allegedly
years ago,
fought
too.
that.
But they also said that they made up. There
They
was
did
But
make
they,
up.
that said
they've
that
both
they
spoken highly of each other in public
Yeah.
since.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
think
like,
you
But I
have the
don't think
next
that
up.
nobody really wants to have Chris Brown do tributes anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
nobody's
it's
I
really,
don't know.
So
How is he
nobody's
not allowed
really
to-
invited him
I
to
know
do
what you
it.
mean,
You know
like
why,
Like
in
right?
terms
not
of like,
us.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the brands.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
canceled
yeah,
the
yeah.
Michael Jackson one, which is
what I'm
to this
saying.
day is one of the biggest
Worst
travesties I
decisions?
ever
Yeah.
seen.
That Michael, he's done like 2 or 3 Michael Jackson tributes.
That would have been epic.
And every single time I was like, bruh,
Yeah,
there's
he's-
nobody else.
Well, he used
like
the-
this guy, this is like
Yeah,
looking
the
in a
dancing,
mirror.
the
It's
singing, it's
insane,
Man in the
dog.
mirror.
He used the man in the
Yeah.
mirror one to
That shit too.
apologize. Remember? He used the man in the mirror one to apologize for boxing reality.
That's when he was crying.
Yeah,
and
that was
and he couldn't even finish the
It was
truth.
his
Remember
redemption
that?
Yeah, he was
cry.
crying.
That was-
It was
that- that's when
touching.
that's when the black community was like, okay, all right, man, we
him.
forgive
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
No, that was a powerful moment.
It was.
I remember watching that live and being like,
Yeah, he went up there and he's like,
People
I
stood
fucked
up. You
up.
gotta
because
standing
at
O.
first you hear him like kind of choking up. I'm like,
Yeah.
that mic's
Yeah,
fucking up.
He's like, I fucked up.
Yeah.
And then
In
you
his
start-
speech, I remember him saying that in the speech.
You got a standing O. It was fire.
Hey,
he couldn't even sing the
I
song.
don't know, but they're not letting him in award shows. Doesn't make any sense to me. This is the hottest R&B guy out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you know
Not
what it reminds
now,
me
for
of.
the
It's
last,
like
how long?
You know what I mean? Like that's
10
crazy.
years.
it's like when it's like those places where like they say no swearing, and it's like we all know everyone here swears. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Let him
Like
in,
you know everybody you know listens to Chris Brown's new
Yeah.
music. You
Yeah.
know it. You
Yo,
can't
the
escape
victim
it.
forgave him.
Yeah.
Thank
That
you.
part too.
Went to the Christmas game with him. While
The
he had
one
a
Pink
girl.
hair
person.
with the pink
Yeah.
hair.
While he had a girl.
The one person that has the right to be vexed
And
for
drop
life.
music. And they dropped
They did
music.
a remix together.
Birthday cake remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cake. I don't know if it was representing the boxes, but they did it, bro.
Oh.
Did I say that out loud?
Back
I'm
to
sorry.
Moving on.
It's the juice.
What
It's
else
the
we got?
juice. I'm sorry. That
Crazy
was
week,
so-
huh?
But yeah, Will Smith stopped making music. SiR show canceled.
Oh, you mean I like her. It's like more juice.
SiR show was canceled.
Can we split that?
More juice.
SiR is R&B artist. Oh,
And this is a real Toronto man, you know.
let's
The
split that.
little bit that's in it, yo, give me some.
run that.
That's gang, though.
Run that.
Rock, paper, scissors.
That's crazy.
SiR is a R&B artist that is signed to TDE.
Who's that?
SiR is an R&B artist signed to TDE.
I'm so untapped with the new tune. Them. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, SiR is he's
I
really
sound
dope.
so
he's
old.
actually kind of I don't want to say old, but like he's been around
I
for a
sound
bit
old.
now.
Like I feel like I'm not knowing.
He's dope. He's really dope. You'd like his music, I think.
D Smoke's
SiR?
D
Very
Smoke's older brother.
chill. Yeah, I don't know if you know D Smoke. He
I
won
knew
a
he wouldn't
competition
know
on
either.
Netflix.
I barely know Pop Smoke, bro.
Facts. We
He
all
don't
know.
even smoke.
We all
Period.
barely know Pop.
Wow.
The only smoke I know
The
was
woos
Mortal
are out
Kombat unlockable
The woos are
character.
out here. Careful.
I'm saying he's taking too quickly. What the?
He was.
We barely know it. Like we barely knew him.
You said no.
You
but-
know him more a lot,
We
No,
know
not
you.
as much as you could have.
No.
Exactly. So nice your beak.
No.
I'm gonna try and follow the topics.
So, SiR had a show at History yesterday.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
That show was canceled yesterday.
It was, man.
Well, maybe that's why I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, it was canceled yesterday.
I
did
really
this?
am. We know who did this.
Why
dog.
was it? Why was it? Was it
We know who
canceled?
did this.
More context.
We know who
more
did
context. It was scheduled to be at History.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whose venue
Drake
is that?
co-owns History with Live Nation.
Does he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's his place.
That's his spot.
Well, Kendrick will never play there.
Well, I mean,
Well,
Neither
that's
will
why.
Schoolboy
That's
Q.
why.
Neither anybody
That's why
who
Schoolboy
is
Q.
Schoolboy Q tried.
Or Absol. Or J-Rock.
It's over.
Or
SZA. Wait. SZA. Can't
SZA's never
No.
gonna perform there anyway. She's way bigger than
Yeah.
History.
And
That's
and
peace.
SZA will
wait,
get
that's
a
peace.
SZA will get a
Cool.
pass.
One at a time,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
One at a
sure.
time. What did you say?
Isn't SZA cool with Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, was.
But being in Vegas,
Was.
you haven't heard none of this shit out there. Like,
Right. I did not hear that.
No, he's not hearing about like
I'm not
this
hearing
stuff.
about this. This sounds like no disrespect. It sounds like this is like
Local.
Is this
Local.
Toronto stuff?
Yeah, this happened yesterday. So essentially, Schoolboy Q.
well, the Schoolboy
show
Q situation
was canceled 2 weeks ago. And
History?
that was at
Yes.
History,
Yeah.
scheduled for History, but
That makes
it was
sense.
the day after a very large rainstorm. So people had speculated that it was because a lot of streets got flooded, maybe the venue got damaged, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
So nobody really knew what happened.
Okay.
And then there was speculation that the police shut it down because of the growing tensions between TDE and OVO, obviously. And
Who's
the
TDE again?
police,
Sorry, TDE?
TDE
Kendrick
is Kendrick
Lamar's
Lamar's old
old
camp.
label.
Okay. So
And
right now.
so
Sold.
an alleged police letter, which I cannot
Confirm.
confirm or deny that it's a real police
None
letter.
of this is low ticket sales.
No,
they-
he had
both
sold
of
it
them
out.
sold it out.
He had
Both of
sold it
them.
out.
he had
Both
4%.
shows are sold out.
4% left.
Completely sold out.
Sell
Yeah.
out.
And so the alleged police letter came out saying they had nothing to do with the canceling of the show. That's on the venue and whatever. So then everyone's like, "Oh, it's definitely Drake. It's definitely Drake, right? No questions asked."
Is Drake that powerful?
So then now people saw that SiR had a show, and we're like, "Yo, is your show gonna get canceled?" He's like, "My show ain't canceled. We still good. Come through this time, this
Yep,
day, whatever." Day comes, show gets canceled the day of,
The
Interesting.
day of.
right?
Interesting.
The day of, which is the most interesting part because Schoolboys was canceled the day of.
Yep.
And it's
No,
almost
no,
like
it was the day before.
was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the day before. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so people were just up in arms, and everyone's kind of like, "Why does Drake think that like this is gonna get him more fans? Like, why are you doing this?"
Okay, but
essentially?
is it fact that he's behind it?
There's
No.
no fact.
And that's the thing. He likes.
It's all speculation.
all
No, no,
speculation.
But we know.
Okay, so
But
Well,
it's
nobody-
like
he's
2
in
plus
the
2 is
gray, you
4.
know? He's a
You know what
gray
I
man.
mean?
can I say something
If
on
you
camera?
own
that
the
I'm not supposed to
place,
say?
would you
Yes.
let the man perform there?
This is my thing. It's like people are calling him a bitch for this, and I understand
They
it.
would
If you're
call
a
him-
fan that bought a ticket, you're looking forward to this day. Some people coming from out of town. I
Yeah.
believe some people were coming from the States to
I
watch
agree.
the show.
Mhm.
I get it. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you're a fan and you were hurt that you couldn't go to the show, I understand it.
They would have called him a bitch if they let him
But-
perform anyways.
Do you
If you
think
like the
Drake was
day
involved?
before, DJ Scheme was there with an artist named Ski Mask the Slump God.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Ski Mask had a show there. DJ Scheme is his DJ. So he's opening for him. He's warming up the crowd, whatever. DJ Scheme was also best friends with XXX Tentacion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So,
makes sense.
You go on his Twitter.
DJ
it's all
Scheme
about X
started
and
the
Juice
show, starts playing Not Like Us. XXX's fan base heavily believes, for whatever reason, even though their killers have already been caught,
Yeah.
that Drake killed XXX somehow,
Or
or,
at least
paid
had,
for
or
it,
at least had a hand.
or
in
at
it.
least had a hand
Yeah.
in it.
For the love of
The
God.
theory's been going around forever,
For a
which is
long
crazy
time.
because it's like,
They've got bars about it.
You're not a gangster. You're
Yeah.
too sensitive. You're a bitch.
Yeah.
You're from Canada. You're not about that life. But then on the other hand, you're a drug lord kingpin that's killing rappers. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense
makes
to me.
no
but
sense.
whatever, we
Duality.
move. DJ Scheme plays not like us. Place goes crazy, obviously, because X's
In
fan
Toronto?
base is
In Toronto.
But
Yep.
it's the most popular song in the world right now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And one of the most popular songs.
And there are Drake haters.
there's
in
a
the
lot of
city.
people that
Oh yeah,
really
they were all at Limp Bizkit's concert the other night.
exactly. But see what I'm saying? You remember when Justin Timberlake did the SiR's concert with Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Okay.
And
Rolling
he wasn't
Stones.
scheduled, or is it Rolling
Rolling
Stones?
Stones, Rolling
And he wasn't scheduled, and they just brought him out as a surprise, and people started throwing.
Yeah.
Piss
Get out.
bottles.
We're
Cans
not
of
trying to
piss.
see Justin. They don't want to see Justin.
They
Timberlake.
started pelting Justin Timberlake
Yeah.
with beer cans of piss.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, this dead ass
Disrespectful.
happened.
He
That
went
was View
from
Park.
he went from bringing sexy back to bottles back to the show.
It was so
It
funny to
was
watch
fucking
because the man
insane.
was dancing
Pelt.
and
Yeah.
dodging.
Yeah.
like, at
Pelt.
the same time.
Oh.
And Rolling
no.
Stones are like who's
They
it?
were-
Mick Jagger. What's his
Mick
name?
Jagger was
Mick
like,
Jagger's
"You guys can't be doing that to our guest Devona. We brought him here
Begging
for you
people to
to help
stop.
raise money for Toronto."
and they're still like,
Thanks,
whoa!
accent.
That's a dope
we were
ass
still, we were still booing him straight
Still
up.
booing.
Yeah, I was there the
'Cause
whole time watching people piss into bottles.
You were
They're
doing
like,
that shit, huh?
This one guy goes, "Don't close it fully. Don't close it fully. Don't close it fully." I was like, "Oh my god, they're crazy."
That's smart.
So
though.
that when they would throw it, the
Wow.
bottle
It would just
when it would
splash.
land, it would just splash out.
Oh,
And they didn't
That's
want to
so
hit him; they just wanted it
disgusting.
to
splash
splash in
him.
front
Oh
of him.
my
Can I say
God.
something that,
Yeah.
that
That's so
a lot of people
nasty.
don't know, and I have it. I can prove it to you guys. I have a 7.
Hold on, this is extra gravy exclusive.
World premiere.
I have. Do you remember when I posted? I don't know if anybody saw it on my Twitter. I put it everywhere. When I said it doesn't matter whether Drake won or lost. I don't care if you want to deem him the loser. He's still. I think it bothers you. Americans need to understand that a kid from Canada is still one of the greatest to ever do it. Did you ever see? You see that post when I posted?
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay. I have a 7-minute voice note from Drake. 7-minute. 1-minute voice notes from Drake on my phone.
Let's play it right now.
Illuminati confirmed.
And
Let's run it.
It's running, man.
Don't even talk about it. Let's run it.
no.
Come on.
Well,
He was popping
I'll
shit.
play it for you after.
Yeah.
I'll play it for you after.
Patreon.
He was popping shit.
And this is him.
Patreon.
Popping
This is
shit,
the
huh?
only time I've ever heard him speak on how he felt about the entire situation.
Illuminati
And I
confirmed.
felt like, and somebody's like, yo, you should sell that. I'm like, no, I won't.
it's
Yeah, no.
I feel like that's for my ears only.
Yeah.
Well, you've had a relationship with Drake for quite some
I've known
time.
Drake for quite some time. So I was like, you know what? The fact that, because when I woke up to those voice notes, I'm like, is he cussing me for? He
Your
does not
heart was
respond-
probably like
he does
palpitating
not
a little.
respond. Yeah, like, he doesn't respond
He
to
moves
anything
on his own
I
time.
say.
He'll message you when he feels
So
like it.
when I saw
If he
7
messages
voice
you.
notes in the morning, I'm like, oh, this is a cease and desist or something.
Yeah.
He's on smoke.
And I listened to it, and he basically aired out how he felt about the entire situation. And I'm like, if I had given that to like Shade Room, or I would have got some
Couple
good money.
100,000.
Because no one's heard him speak about how he
Well,
felt.
Okay,
about
so
it.
Little Yachty said that Drake was very unfazed about everything.
Off the record, I'll
you-
play it for you. And you tell me how he feels.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's yeah.
It's a very introspective 7 minutes.
For
Yeah,
me-
and from an
for me,
American
he's told us
standpoint,
how he-
from an American standpoint, as opposed to a Canadian standpoint, especially a Toronto standpoint, like
yeah.
those are two different perspectives.
Yeah.
Like when you're
Absolutely.
explaining it to an American, like
Absolutely, yeah.
of course you're gonna tell an American it don't bother you,
Yeah.
but to a Canadian it'll be like, yo, they fucked with our fucking
It didn't
home.
say.
You
Listen,
know, awesome shit.
he's not. Me personally, I grew a bigger respect for him after I heard the voice note because he's very introspective. Like it's like when you listen to it, you're like, yo, what's he really trying to say? But then he says what he needs to say, and it's very because Drake is very calculative like that.
I think
I
also
mean, his
there's
music
something
is the way
about
it is.
people who don't use social media and keep their thoughts really to themselves. They have a lot more time to think than coming up with these rash, very like impulsive thoughts
Right.
that they haven't really flushed out yet. And he's probably got time. And to me, he's been telling us what it is for years. Like there's nothing that came out that really surprised me in terms of maybe the people,
Yeah.
the certain people that turned on him surprised me. But people turning on him or not fucking with him in the first place never surprised me because he's been saying it.
I think
Yeah,
the
but
amount. I think the amount of rappers at the same time. I have never seen
No, we didn't. No.
They have to form like Voltron.
a collective of people.
They had a group chat.
Try to take one guy out. I've never
they had
never
a
seen
group
that in
chat.
hip hop history.
And also the lack of support was a concern too.
And 50 Cent was an asshole. 50 Cent was the most.
And he talked about a
troublesome youth.
group of rappers and not one of
even-
them clicked up.
Yeah, then nobody clicked up.
But
to
do you,
take
do
out
you not
50
see
Cent.
that the difference between those niggas and these niggas? Like nobody's giving them the L for that. Like in any other circumstance, that's whack.
Yeah.
If you are a man and 10 mans have to come jump you, they couldn't come fight you by themselves, and they've been having issues with you and didn't say nothing. That's some bitch shit.
You need to
Yeah,
understand.
In
the
any
future.
other scenario, that's some bitch
Let's
ass
put it
shit.
this way. Let's say you have beef with someone, right? And then you jump him, and then I think you don't call the person who started the fight, which is Kendrick, pussy. You call the rest of them pussy, no? Because like, let's say you're fighting Drake, you start swinging on him, and then it's like, oh, it's him, or say less. They see you punching him, so they start joining in. They're pussy for that, because who's to say that Kendrick coordinated them or told him, yo, I got the drop on him?
He definitely did.
You
You
know-
know,
you know
why?
what?
You
I
can
don't-
tell
I
through.
don't
You can
know.
tell
I
through
don't-
what you could tell. First of all, through the first verse like that. There's
Did
no
I-
way
did-
you do that verse without
Which one?
Future and Metro knowing.
Oh,
Second
okay,
of
the
all,
first song.
the album Metro and Future was about Drake. We're not gonna pretend like
What is it,
it
We Still
wasn't
Don't Trust
about
You?
him. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah,
The
we don't
whole
trust
album?
you.
Oh, okay.
The whole album.
They had Rick Ross on there. They had ASAP on there, and separate tracks. This is the man. So this was a planned attack, bro. It was a planned attack. Maybe not on Kendrick's
That's what I was
part.
gonna say, yeah,
I
it's
feel
been
like
years,
Kendrick
right?
had his own agenda,
That's
but
what I'm
he
getting at.
used these niggas' anger to
Yeah.
catapult him because he knew later on they're gonna have his back. When he starts saying you have to run to Atlanta, guess who I just did 2 songs with?
Oh, you think? Okay.
You know what? Though you have to understand that this is a kid from a country that where and living in the States, I see it all the time. He doesn't represent black hip hop culture to a lot of people,
Of course not.
and this guy has dominated for years, right? So
It
for
doesn't
some,
sit well with them.
yeah, and it does not sit well with some.
That's
guys.
that's it.
It
is.
really doesn't.
That's what it is.
And so, and I'm listen. I'm not saying, I don't know a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that Drake does, because a lot of people talk about the sneak dissing and the subliminals and all this. Yeah, everybody talks about that. But so I don't know the conversations that are had behind closed doors with these guys that leads up to stuff like this. But I know that it does bother a lot of people that a kid from Canada who's
of
half
course,
white
yeah.
and half Jewish dominates a black cultured genre.
Yeah,
of
there was
music
whispers of that for
so
years.
Not just a
long.
black culture, a black American.
American.
Exactly.
To them, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
a
And
black
it does.
American
Yeah,
culture.
yeah, for sure.
And to them, we're not even black. That's just a fact.
There's a lot of
That's
ignorance.
just a fact. I get into these arguments weekly on Twitter
true. It
where
is
these
true.
foundational black Americans tell me I'm not black. And they think that they
'Cause you're
invented the
Canadian, right?
term black, which is wild. Because of the popularization of calling people black when they were getting called the N-word all the time.
Right.
And during that whole civil rights movement, they're like, no, we're black people. We're black Americans. They think they invented black when Haitians been if you look at the Constitution, the Haitian Constitution is in the 1700s. They're saying we are black people.
I am African.
You're like you
I
can.
am one of the first.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're looking
OG
at you
black.
and they're saying you're just African.
Oh no, I get it all the
Ethnicity
time.
versus race be kicking their ass.
I get it all the time. He's not really black. He's Canadian. I get it all the time.
Wild.
I get it all the time.
Yeah.
All the
And I
time.
used to get at AAU, and I was like, oh, these guys are young. They just don't know any better. But there's a grown people who feel the same way.
Lots of
Yeah.
ignorance over there.
Feel the same way. It's crazy, man. It's
I feel
mind-boggling.
They think they're more black than actual Africans.
Yeah, they do.
Like they feel they're more.
Yeah.
It's-
They're like, you're
it's
African,
crazy.
we're black.
I get the pride because if you look at the world, one can argue culture moves from black Americans first.
This is true.
If you
That
look
is
at the
true.
world, I would have a crazy sense of pride too if I knew my people were influencing the world and how it moves.
That's true.
In
Absolutely.
many
Very
ways.
true.
Absolutely.
But I don't get the diaspora wars. Like you can see me, nigga. Like it's like I'm being punked. Like it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you can see me. Like that's the mind-boggling part. It's like, yo, I don't look any different from your cousins, your dad, your like make it make sense.
It's like when Dominicans say they're
I know
not black.
I know black, I know
Exactly.
Indian.
Like,
But-
yo, you.
But even when you're in America and if you're not full black, then they still don't consider you black because that's what Kamala Harris is going through right now. They're like, no, she's not black, but like she looks black.
No, she's
Yeah.
going through that
She
because she
went-
says she's not
I
black.
was about to
She
say that.
never said
she
that.
never
she was
said
never
that.
black.
Apparently,
Hey,
she's
she
the
went
only
that-
claim the Indian
no,
side.
she
She never
didn't.
once said that.
No, she
Show me where she said
didn't.
it.
Trump said it, so it's true.
No.
Exactly.
Now she's black.
She said
There's
she's
nobody.
Indian.
There's no way you
Did she
can
not say
ever.
she's Indian?
Apparently, she said that, man.
No.
said she's Indian.
She,
Said
she
she's
said
mixed
she's
with
Indian because
Indian.
she is
She's been
Indian,
mixed with
but she
Indian.
is
Right, right,
also
right.
black.
She's
Now
Jamaican
she said
and
she's
Indian.
Yeah.
She literally
I-
went.
listen,
She went to
Howard
Howard University.
one of
She is an
HBCU.
AKA.
What that mean?
Like guys, we're not gonna.
What does
do
that
this.
mean?
I'm playing.
Has she
What does that
I've never-
mean?
I've never
Obviously, I
heard
know
her
what that
acknowledge-
means.
What does that mean?
I never heard her
Obviously, I know
acknowledge
what
her
I don't
means,
know if
bruh.
you do know.
Get me.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I didn't know
Fuck
she went to
you
Howard. I
know.
didn't
She
know
went to
any of that.
Howard.
I
didn't know
and
any
she
of
was-
that.
Okay,
Yeah, she went
and-
to Howard
And
she went to
look,
AK.
his comment just said he's like, I'm full black. I know what it means. No, you don't.
Literally, you guys
Your
hear the whole-
comments just prove everything else.
You think I
That
was dead ass
if
when I
you
said-
are
No, he was joking. He was
biracial,
joking.
people don't think that you're black, and
It's
you can't be
triggered. It's
black.
triggered.
Oh, she's triggered?
This
That's
triggered the biracial man. You can't.
But
you can't.
I just mentioned that because
Yes.
she is biracial,
Get him.
she has two races. People in America are like, she's not black.
You see what you did? You can't trigger light
And you
people.
just went and you said it. So that's the issue.
You can't say
It was obviously-
biracial
it
or
started a
Raven
joke, but
Simone
we're
to
here.
her.
He was
okay?
being facetious.
Yeah, it's just my whole bag.
I told you, you're too good at the
Don't piss
acting
off my
where
friend
people
Ace.
think what you're saying is real. We just discussed this last week.
You
Okay?
cannot say
I'm like,
biracial.
bro.
I won't stop.
She didn't.
I cannot stop, nigga.
Yo, she didn't
I
see
will
the
never
jokes
stop,
in your
nigga.
eyes, man. You had the
I will never
sunglasses on.
Sunglasses
Yeah,
on.
She would have saw that you were
You
joking.
say,
I know.
if you say Raven Simone or biracial to her, she's gonna snap.
His
on you,
bag is being facetious, and
Yeah.
he just acts it too well.
bro. You
People
love
always
poking.
think he's being
This guy
serious.
loves poking the
I have
bear.
3 sisters, bro. Of course, man. That's my
Oh,
bag.
whatever.
Let's get to some real
Okay, so
biracial.
so
Elliot.
Kamala's black. Okay.
Come on, yeah, come on. Of course, you
Kamala's
can't deny the fact.
Yeah,
that she's
Not
black.
no,
according-
she
not
definitely
according to
identifies
Trump.
as black.
Yeah, I
She's
think
always
the
been a
only
black
thing-
You
woman.
think she has a chance to win?
I think she
Yes.
definitely does. I think
100%,
she's
yeah.
restoring an Obama type feeling to this entire run, even though she only has like about 98 days left. I think, especially
You
when
think
you see
America? You think America's ready to put
yeah,
a black woman
I don't
in
know.
office?
yeah, because I don't think
They don't
first
I'm
have
of
just
all,
asking. I'm just asking.
I'm not
I'm
sure.
on America, so I can't really.
I think
speak.
so, just because of, like you said, she's a black woman, right? And it's like the reason why I feel like Trump doesn't want to debate with her isn't because she's an actual great debater.
because she's
I
smarter
think
than
it's
him.
specifically because she is a black woman. There's very little he can say in protest to her that won't come off condescending.
Well, she's killing him already.
She'll murder him already.
She's killing him
Yeah.
already
But you
with
see,
lyrics.
there's a thing that just came out today. He was at the NABJ, right?
What's the
People are already wondering why they invited him.
National Association of Black Journalists.
Who was
Yeah.
hosting?
Okay, I didn't know that.
And
A
they,
black
people are
person?
already up in arms that they had invited him and whatever. And
okay.
they start off, and he's
Chicago?
just like, yeah,
It's
I
in
think it was Chicago.
Only reason I know that is because I was watching First Take and Stephen A. Smith said he was going there.
Yeah, no, Stephen A. definitely needs to be there.
Okay.
There's a whole segment of him going, I didn't know Kamala was black. She said she her whole thing when she was coming up, she's Indian. She's Indian.
She
now all of
did
a sudden,
say that, though.
now all of a sudden she's a black. She's a black. He said she's
She
black.
said black with a capital L.
black.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care what any of you say. Donald Trump is like a WWE promo.
Yeah,
I
no.
freaking love.
Yeah, no, the
when
whole
that-
thing.
when- as soon as he starts talking, I'm like, I can't wait to what he has to say.
As wrong as he is, it's memorable.
He just says the most memorable.
I think the
dumbest
presidential
shit,
I
bro.
think presidential campaigns should mimic WWE. Like
He's
it's
hilarious.
very much the same. Like
And now she's
when I
a
think of
black.
Obama's old
Oh, that's
speeches, that
funny.
reminds me of like The Rock. And like Yes We Can is Can You Smell What The Rock Is Cooking? Like that's the same.
Hulk Hogan ripping up his shirt and bigging up Trump hurt my soul, bro.
Yeah, that's kind
As
of
a
crazy.
youth,
for the Trumpomania,
my childhood. You ever watch your child? You ever go to a park and just see a swing with no child on the
But
swing?
he's been
That's how I
racist.
felt.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
So what, you didn't feel that
to
bad
get
when he said
but
the
to get
N-word?
that-
He's
Listen.
been
I'm gonna be honest. As a Hulk Hogan fan, and all real
You
Hulk
ignored
Hogan
it.
fans will agree with me. We ignored it because it was Hulk Hogan. Play it for me. Hulk Hogan represents a lot of our childhoods. You understand?
Let him know, brother.
This was your first real superhero.
That's
if you're
where
a
Matt
wrestler.
gets that from.
So to hear that man say the N-word as a black man, you're like, yo, bro,
I can't hear
it's
you, brother.
wrong, but it's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
But to watch him go, yeah, Trump, brother, I was like, oh, God.
He said, my idol. He said, they
My
trying to
idol?
shoot my idol, brother.
I wanted to cry.
Idol. He said Trump is his
I wanted
idol.
to cry. It's like watching. It's like that day where you realize Santa Claus is not real because you went to 4 malls.
That's
and saw
how I
different
would
Santa
feel.
Claus.
I would feel that
sad,
way
bro.
if I saw Stone Cold do that.
That's real.
You understand?
If I saw Stone Cold do that, my heart would literally
If
break
John
in
Cena,
pieces, bro.
if John Cena walked into a children make a wish situation and told the kids to fuck off,
I missed the
Yeah.
John
What
Cena.
would you
Cena
guys
era,
do?
I'm
these
not gonna
kids
lie.
would cry.
What would you guys do if Kofi Kingston walked up
It's a bumble
for both the as the African fronting as a Jamaican?
Francis guy's Jamaican, right?
Well, he did that. Remember when he was on wrestling and he lost his accent? And
Yeah.
Triple H was like, wait a minute, aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? I'm like television, bro.
That's
And all the
hilarious.
Jamaicans are like, he's not Jamaican. So we don't have no wrestler again. Yeah. No, it's the same thing. Yo, I'm telling you right now, that hurt my soul to watch Hulk Hogan do that, bro.
So,
Trust me,
sir,
All this from Sir.
how
Jeez.
did we even get here?
so
But,
sad.
sir, is this corny of Drake?
I see people calling him a sore loser, which I understand that perspective, but at the same time, we talked about it last week, right? It's his city, it's his town. It's like this is what he can kind of do from his feet kick up. But you know what I want him to do? Put out a record, right?
I
'Cause
have
he's-
proof it's Drake,
Watch
though.
this though. Imagine
Is it not corny if he puts out a? We discussed.
But
it.
the
I would
thing
do
is,
it,
what
yeah.
if it's not Drake, but it's just loyal fans to the
Co-owners?
city that are just like, hey,
The
listen,
venue?
you fucked with Drake, you fucked with our city, you fucked
What
with
if Live
Canada,
Nation made that decision?
so we're not
Exactly.
letting you in.
They're co-owners of the place.
What if Live
Yeah,
Nation was like, listen, we
You
don't
think
want to
they
piss Drake
care
off.
about somebody who sells out a couple thousand
you.
seats,
Yeah.
like 2,000 to 4,000 plays?
If they fuck with
they
Drake
don't give
more,
a fuck about
then
that.
they might be. But this is my thing, right? It's like with the Pusha situation, Drake could have easily shut that show down too, and he didn't.
He was more petty.
I feel like if Drake wants to be petty, he's gonna be petty with you in person. Like he's gonna let you come to the city
They were-
and
they were-
then deal with you.
They were starting
He's
the
not
rumors
gonna
with Chris
cut
Brown
the
too,
show
no?
off and then you don't even come to the city.
Chris Brown too. When Chris Brown couldn't initially come here,
yeah.
they were saying that about Drake too. When they were beefing
Yep.
before No Guidance came
I
out.
remember that.
really?
I
They were
remember that.
beefing, and then they were like, "Oh well, Chris Brown can't come here because of
the greenhouse
Drake."
situation.
And it's like, listen, man,
I didn't know that.
Chris Brown
sometimes
can't come
Chris
here
Brown
because
and Drake
the
shut
laws
down the,
and because of
maybe
his
it's
record.
not Drake.
Chris Brown and Drake shut down the New York club scene.
Oh, I remember he had that.
They had they had a bottle war where it's
remember
like
that.
You've never seen corporate people go, you know what, man? We're thinking of we're long-term thinkers, and we're thinking of the greater good. We don't want to piss off this guy because this
He
guy
makes us all the
makes
money.
us a shit ton of money. It happens in the NBA. How much time? Look. You think LeBron really had to go to them and be like, "Yo, draft Bronny"? No.
Mucho
They were like,
said
we
it
don't want to
best.
piss
Drake
off
is-
LeBron.
Drake is
we
the
want him to
LeBron.
re-sign
Mucho's-
with us. Let's just draft his damn son at 55 and give him like 2 runs, make them the father-son duo, happy, and then he signs back with us. Sometimes it's not even LeBron. It's not the guy. So I don't think Drake was like, listen, man, cancel this concert. I don't think Drake has the time for that.
Yeah.
I just don't think he does.
that was my other thing. I was like, I don't think Drake's at home with the Live Nation calendar, knowing who's coming when to the city.
Then
Like,
nobody would
that's-
have a concert if that was the case.
And then on top of that, it's like, yeah, I just can't see it. I
You
don't
really
know.
don't think he
I
has a
don't
hand
think
in it?
I can see him having a hand in it.
Yeah.
It's plausible.
Yeah,
Very
yeah, okay.
plausible. I
Like
just
them
think
going
it's
to him?
unlikely.
Like them going to him and being like, Drake, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to shut down the concert. What do you think?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you do
Because
it,
this is the thing, right? Like, oh, okay, Drake just lost 1,300 fans. Who cares?
Yeah.
in the grand
look at
scheme
that.
In the
things,
grand scheme of
that's-
things,
Yeah.
like Mucho said it best. He's like, Drake just lost 1,300 fans. Woo. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Losing
mean? Like,
5 followers. It's like-
1,300 people are mad at Drake because they couldn't go to a show.
Yeah.
I
If he
think it's
drops a bop,
speculation.
700 of them are back.
I don't think it's him.
It's
really don't think it's him?
it's a numbers game, and I don't think
think
it's
it's him.
that serious.
What
I
if
don't
it
think it was
happens
him.
with the rest of the TDE members, like whenever they come to the city?
then it's absolutely.
Okay.
I think because of the flooding situation
Yeah.
the first time, we can give that one a bly because we don't know. We don't know. And you know what? What else
Yeah.
made it muddy his Chicago show got canceled the next show.
Yeah.
For Schoolboy?
Yeah.
I thought it happened though.
It happened
It got postponed.
but it got postponed.
So
Nah,
Drake's
nah.
responsible for that too?
You know what I
No,
mean?
no,
So it's
that's Chicago.
like
That's
Because he's
Chief
friends with,
That's
because he's
Chief
friends
Keef.
with
it
Michael
look a little
Jordan.
shaky in the
Yeah,
light.
yeah.
You feel me?
Oh, it's
So-
because of Dirk. He's cool with Dirk.
Exactly.
But
don't
I
think
also
he
think
Yeah, keep an eye
that
on
that
it.
day also that Microsoft mishap happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? There's always an external factor that's like,
But
was
what
it
about
this
what
or
about
was it
what
that?
about the story that he posted of him with the free AO shirt with the blue Tims?
Okay.
That's not a sub. I
I
mean,
think-
it's
I
definitely
think-
a
I
sub, but
think
you're saying it's
it's-
not related.
I think with Drake, it's always related if he's
Yeah.
gonna post when something happens.
Exactly.
But I also think Drake posted when the Vancouver thing happened, and we know Drake had nothing to do with that.
Right. Right.
Okay.
He will inherit some drama if it looks good for him.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
But this one
and
is home. Like this is like Toronto.
it doesn't matter.
I think it
The
does.
Vancouver thing, he could have easily said that was him because he had the Hells Angels in the Family Matters video.
True,
And
true.
there was Hells Angels that punched Ross. He could have easily been like, yeah, that was definitely me.
He got blamed for that
He
too.
could have
didn't he?
easily,
people
and
are
he
saying
still
that, yeah,
got
some
blamed,
people-
but he
But that's the thing.
also kind of claimed ownership of it. Like he's like, "Yo, happy Canada Day, y'all,"
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
little smirk.
Big
Yeah.
smirking.
With
But
a
he
little
doesn't have
smirk.
to. He doesn't have to do it because if it even happens, he could just claim it without claiming it. You know what I mean? Because
Exactly.
they're gonna point the finger and say it
To
was
him
Drake
regardless.
Okay.
So he doesn't even have to do it.
And
Let
he
it
looks
happen,
better.
He looks like
and
a
he'll
boss
just
doing
stand
it,
there
too.
like
He looks like a boss
He looks
when
like a
it
boss
when it
doing
gets
it.
put on him.
So let's keep watching.
But then
Let's
on the
keep
flip
watching.
side, it looks like
TV
a bitch
stuff.
when some bitch shit happens, and they're like, "Yeah, Drake did that too," but it's like, no, Drake didn't do that one. Like the Sugu Boy.
All I know is they can't stop him from coming to LA.
Who? Drake?
Drake.
Oh, they can't. No.
Uh,
I don't think they can.
I was
man.
just there.
Yeah.
That song's real over there.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, yeah, of
It's
course.
really
It's
real.
the new
deny that.
California love.
And I don't see a Drake concert being canceled, but I also see Drake being a little bit more
He's definitely moving different out there.
calculative
Okay.
on when to go there.
Okay.
And I don't even know if it's
If he
calculated.
goes
when to-
there now, he's getting booed. I'm telling you that.
He's
right
gonna
now.
get, yeah, for sure. He's gonna have a bunch of bad actors that come in there pretending like they bought tickets as a fan and they're there to have a viral moment.
Yeah, I can never be
That's
that much of a
definitely gonna
hater.
happen.
That's an invested.
I don't
hater.
think
what's the
Drake
one-
is over there.
But
though.
also, Drake's tickets are not cheap,
They're not.
That's
so
what
you're
I'm
not gonna
saying.
get just like anybody there.
Yeah.
And
Invested
second
hater.
of all, he doesn't like.
Tickets are
he's
also hard to come by.
yeah,
Yes.
tickets are hard to come
You
by.
know?
Yeah.
He's so rich now
Mhm.
that you're not getting near him.
Yeah.
He's got damn near the Secret Service around him. Like you're not getting near him.
There's too much invested in him. For him
Too
to
much.
lose.
And yeah, he's worth too much to too many people. Like they're not gonna let that happen. So it's like there's that, and then like it's just like with SZA or Kendrick when they come to Toronto, they're not. Nothing's gonna stop them from coming to Toronto
Their concert will
because
be
they're
sold out.
too big.
You're right.
Sold out.
They're gonna do Scotia Bank where it's a tunnel and yeah, Drake has the keys to there, but
Are we a little less loyal though? Are we? Because
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
I see people boycotting and not going to a concert in LA, a Drake concert in LA,
Yeah.
versus people boycotting and not going to a Kendrick concert in Toronto.
absolutely.
Yeah,
No,
I'm sorry.
There's enough people, and because there's so many more people in California, there's enough people that will attend a Drake concert and still, but not the hip hop heads. But there's still enough people and fans that'll still support Drake.
They don't even know
I
there was
think
a
the
beef.
You
I think the
that
difference
don't
in
care for the
loyalty-
They
beef.
didn't even
You know
know.
what I mean?
I think the difference in loyalty is it just goes back to how long of a history in hip hop we have versus LA.
True.
LA is one of the birthplaces of hip hop. It wasn't the birthplace, but it transcended
Second child.
rap
and-
at a
and
certain
Drake is
point,
the
like
first-
Second child was
NWA
born
and
in
all those
LA.
guys, Ice-T, all those guys,
Yeah.
like they
Snoop,
brought it to
yeah.
a different
Drake is our
level.
first
like one of them.
global
Yeah.
hip hop star.
Not to
And
mention,
that's
yeah.
not to diss the Cardis and all the guys who came before him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the first guy to really take over the world, hip hop wise.
Yeah,
Drake's our only export.
facts.
But
And-
then our only export is also the biggest export of all time.
Absolutely.
So it's just like this weird
Absolutely.
dichotomy where
But it's
How
not
do
our
you- how do
only
you rate
export. And well, for rap, yeah, maybe. But
no, but we have
got Bieber.
even for
Weeknd,
rap, we had
Bieber.
Tory at one point until he fucked up. So it's like But we still have The Weeknd. We still got Bieber. We still got Shawn Mendes.
Oh, no, I'm not
Alicia
talking about
Cara.
music. No. I'm not talking about music as a whole. Because Shania Twain's residency is one of the biggest
Celine
residencies
Dion.
in
Yeah.
Vegas. I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about music as a whole. I'm talking about hip hop.
Yeah, hip-hop,
As a
yeah.
rapper, Drake is the only. Tory might have been a
Runner-up.
runner-up.
He had a chance.
He did.
He did.
He had
He
a chance.
definitely did.
Well, let's get to that right now. His bodyguard, his security, has come out with a statement and an affidavit, which basically is saying the story that we first read in transcripts of Meg and Kelsey initially leaving the party, coming back because Meg said she
Forgot her
forgot a
shoes.
shoe, gets Tory, they leave. He tells her, me and Kelsey are fucking. They stop the car. She gets out of the bus stop, sits there. He talks to her. They get back in the car. They drive some more, start arguing. Kelsey wants to fight Meg. They start scrapping. They end up outside the car because security stops the car. Kelsey reaches for the gun. Tory runs up to her and tries to take it away from her. Bodyguard is walking Meg away from the situation. Back's turned. Gunshots heard. They both didn't see it. Who shot the gun, right? With his story, one would believe that Tory was trying to wrestle the gun away from Kelsey, who was the mad one. And I think that's where it gets muddy, is where it's like motive, in terms of motive. If Tory's told them in the backseat, like, yeah, me and Meg been fucking, she snaked you, this is your best friend. I feel like there's not a lot of anger from him in that situation that would be warranted, if that makes sense. Like, what is he angry about?
Yeah.
All the anger is gone in that moment, because it's like, you made me leave this party. I was about to pop Kylie Jenner.
I heard that theory too.
I'm about to pop Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, I'm having a blast.
You made me leave this party.
Yeah.
All right, fuck you. I'm fucking your best friend. And
I-
y'all
I-
scrap it out now.
I still maintain-
Didn't she make a comment about him being small or something like that? Didn't Kelsey mention?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was.
It had
that
to
was
do
Meg. That
with,
was Meg.
like-
His
But that was a
record label.
different. That was in a
I feel
different
like-
account of the story. Like they said they never stopped. They said that Tory was with them the entire time.
I felt like Kelsey brought something up about her Megan fucking Tory, and when Megan said something about
His
him being
career.
small
Yeah.
and his career and shit, and then
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was
'cause
the
the
motive
driver said that
behind
too, I
him
think,
being
right?
angry.
Yeah.
Was
But that's
her
not-
calling
that
him
was
short.
one of the
and-
original ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to pull them
And then that's when he was like, "Well, I've been fucking your friend." That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that even that logic. I mean,
Because
that
that
story
makes sense too.
for the
Because
timeline.
if
Yeah.
Meg's poking at him because he was trying to
Yeah.
pop Kylie Jenner,
You put the big joker down.
but Kelsey's also confused because why is Meg?
big joker down. Like,
She,
It's a game of
because
spades.
it makes sense. It makes sense that if Meg wants to get Tory, she can't tell Kelsey that. So she turns back the car because I forgot my shoe. But when you come back, you're with Tory,
He didn't shoot her.
and you
first.
guys are arguing, right? And so it would make sense that if she started dissing him, he's like, "Oh, really? All right, this is what happened."
yeah.
Let him out of jail.
Listen, I'm
He
on the
didn't
side
shoot her.
of
Like,
I'm on the
why-
side of we don't know, but it is very interesting that Kelsey got immunity before all this.
He didn't walk up to her and she
Because
asked her for it.
everybody
Come on,
was
babe.
saying when she got immunity, why does she
Yeah.
need immunity?
And then the attention got moved from her, and then it came back when we started hearing more about the story. It's like, wait, this is weird.
And the
It's
driver
Kelsey's
could
gun.
not be found.
Yeah,
it
it was like,
wasn't like
this
he
is weird.
He
refused
said that
to
he was
testify.
going to. He was gonna testify, and then he disappeared. He like left the country. He fled or some shit like that.
No,
You know
he
the
said
real
that he
question?
said that he
Blame
tried
Jay-Z.
to. He said that he tried to
It's all
get in touch
Jay-Z's
with.
fault.
He got in
Jay-Z's
touch with
fault.
the DA, and the DA told him, "We're not ready to question you yet." And then when he rang them down some more, they said, "We're going on holiday."
Yeah.
And then after the holiday, the verdict happened. So he had no opportunity.
Insane.
And it's very
That's what he's
like
saying
the
now,
conconspiracy
though?
theorists are about to run with
Yeah.
that.
Is that what
piece.
he's saying
suspicious.
now?
You know
though?
the real travesty
Yeah,
of
that's
this
why
whole
he
thing?
never had
I'm
a
saying
statement
before.
before. He never had a
Okay.
statement before.
The
This
real-
is his first statement.
The real travesty in this whole thing is there's a movie on Tubi called
Oh
The
my
the
god.
rapper who got shot. in the
Yeah.
foot. That's the
No
real
way.
travesty of this whole
I
situation.
did see that little.
That-
Man,
there's
the
a
rap-
movie,
Crazy,
Oh my
bro. This
God.
and
the
it's
cover is
literally
nuts.
called "The Rapper Who Got Shot in the Foot," bro.
Because they can't technically call them by the name.
That's a hood
Oh
fairy
my
tale.
God.
She's the rap Cinderella. Tory's Prince Charming, but went to jail.
Get the hell out of here. Let him out.
It
You
gives
didn't
me
do it.
vibes from that Rihanna and versus Beyonce Nigerian movie.
That
Oh
Nigerian
my
movie.
God.
Beyonce, yo, Beyonce's
funny.
like,
That
Beyonce
gave me
2
the vibes.
is
You
sick.
never heard of that?
There's a
Beyonce 2
Nigerian
is a sick
movie?
one.
A
You ever
Nigerian
seen
movie
Beyonce?
called Beyonce, like
Beyonce
Beyonce versus
versus-
Rihanna or
Beyonce
some
versus
shit like
Rihanna is
that.
part 2.
Okay.
Get the hell
Yo,
out of here.
I
this
never
is when
watched any
she,
of
when
those.
she gets the acid thrown on her. Oh my god.
What is
No.
going on right
Yo.
now?
Never watched it.
Where is
Shark-
this movie?
Sharknado.
You need to watch
Where
it.
is this movie?
Nollywood. It's a greasy Nollywood movie.
It's on
Oh,
Tubi?
God.
No, it was. This was out long
Yeah.
ago. Beyonce
I do
came out in
remember
probably when I was in like high
I do
school.
remember the scene though when the acid got thrown in her face.
And they had that bad makeup
The
to
bad-
make her like
yeah.
it was like porridge. Yo, it looked like paper
It's a real
mache.
thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It looked like paper
cover.
mache on her face,
I don't
bro.
know
It was
if I've seen it.
I think-
hilarious.
I remember
Beyonce
this.
versus Rihanna, the Naija movie.
That's like 07. What is that? 08?
Oh, God.
Around there.
That's
Listen,
hilarious.
The facts remain.
Let
Tory's in jail.
Let him out.
He's dropping new music apparently.
Yeah.
Through the
He's
phone.
lying and saying it's through the phone.
Let's
We
get-
know you have an iPhone in there, brother. You don't gotta lie like this.
let's get
This
him
is
out
crazy.
with the same. We got vibes. The vibes is out.
I don't know about
Let's
I don't know
get-
about out. I don't know about all that.
Let's
But,
get Tory out.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
He
But
didn't shoot. He didn't shoot her, bro.
I think we need the witness's story again. The one that said they saw it from upstairs in their home.
Oh, yeah,
on the
yeah,
balcony.
yeah.
His story was weird though. He said he saw a little man with a gun.
He said
it on
many
YouTube?
things.
Yeah,
he
right?
changed the story.
Oh, watch
Can't be
it.
trusted.
Changed
Get
the
him
story
out
like
of here.
twice. Like
Get him out of here.
It's such a muddy. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate
It's
it.
the worst.
I feel like
Let's-
it's the
let's-
most
He was getting
divisive
some money.
case.
She was getting hush
This is
money.
the most divisive case is OJ.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
Tory out and put
Yeah.
Ray J and Jacquees in.
Facts.
'Cause they lie.
Nah.
Trade him out.
Leave the king of R&B out, man. Leave the king of R&B
That's
out.
why you put him in jail for blasphemy. He's lying.
King of R&B.
King of R&B, yo.
Oh, my Lord.
Elliot and Charlemagne are beefing.
Ooh, man.
Are
This
they?
is, this
Yeah.
has been
Again?
spicy
Elliot
beef.
Wilson is a former editor of Double XL magazine back in the day.
They've been beefing though.
Not really. They just really weren't like
Cordial.
cordial or fucking with each other or
Yeah.
smoke on each other. So a list came out from Complex for the hip hop media power rankings, and Elliot was number 5. I believe Charlemagne was number
Number
4. And Charlemagne on Brilliant Idiots basically said, "I don't get why Elliot is even on this list."
Yeah.
Right?
Charlemagne would say that.
Beat him,
which
and said,
was-
you shouldn't even be on here, bro.
Exactly.
I know I got 4 over 5, but still.
You're
get
too
the
Well,
close
look
fuck
what he
outta
said
here.
about Little Kim and almost got killed for his efforts. Like,
But this is the
Charlemagne,
thing, right?
jeez, bro.
He was warranted in what he said because the Rap Radar podcast hasn't recorded since December.
Yeah.
Elliot, that was his main thing until Hip Hop DX. He just got hired probably like maybe I want to say 2-3 months ago. It was during the Kendrick beef because him, Jeremy Hecht, and DJ Head, who was Kendrick's mouthpiece for the whole beef,
Yeah, yeah.
they started a podcast together for Hip Hop DX. And and Elliot was named, I can't remember if he was named chief editor or something like that, but he's got a position over there at Hip Hop DX now. And so they've been doing that, but that's still very early days. It's not a huge podcast. They
Yeah.
haven't had many viral moments or anything like that. So I completely understand what Charlemagne's saying for this year. But it's interesting that he discounts the Twitter. Do you feel like Twitter is a platform that should be like warranted?
I think
Like Twitch or YouTube or
Twitter's
Instagram?
solidified.
it should be.
Yeah.
If you don't,
There's
the thing is about
verification.
Elliot, he walks his takes back, right?
Yeah.
He'll come out and be like, "Oh, be spicy about this,"
And
and,
then
then
he'll
comes back
apologize.
out, apologize for every time.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And he's not apologizing for delivery. He's apologizing for what he actually said.
exactly,
Which
so
is
it's
the weird
It's
part.
like, which one
What did
is
he
it,
say?
man?
He brought up Kai Cenat and
Yeah.
was very mad because Kai Cenat at the time was getting rappers on his Twitch streams
Mm-hmm.
in his basement.
Yeah.
And Elliot was basically like, "Oh, this is new hip hop journalism, huh?" Kind of like being the
He was
sour
shady.
old
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Because that's how
for
he
sure.
is.
Being
He's always
And-
like that.
He's always like that, but he's never been this vocal with it.
That's
and I've
true.
noticed over the past
Spicy
year,
Elliot, yeah, I hope
he's
so.
really
Yeah.
leaned into the vocal part
Being the
because
old,
he's always
bitter man.
been, he's always been a guy that, just like academics, posts everything in hip hop. Anything that happens, Elliot posts it. It could be a magazine cover, it could be a photo shoot. He'll post it, right?
Old people getting mad at the young.
Yeah.
No.
But lately, he's been posting his opinions at the same time. And his opinions have been, he'll lean on the side of problematic and even lean on the side of like acting like a gangster journalist, if that makes sense. Like he's been really
off
puffing
bitter.
his
You know what?
chest
People,
out.
people my age, listen, shut the fuck up. Okay? If you don't realize we're living in a young man's world right now, when social media runs the world right now, and just because you don't know how to use it or work your phone or whatever old man inhibitions you have with social media, get the fuck over it, bro. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do to be relevant. You need to have your socials. You need to be doing this. Follow the young man's path if you want to be relevant. Don't get mad at them because they seem to know how to engineer what's working today.
And you know
Stop
what it is? It's like,
Just
I get
stop.
it because hip hop is in its infancy. So I think we're still seeing a little bit of that where it's like there's an unpredictability of where the old people go.
You said
when
we're
hip
in
hop
its
ages.
infancy right now.
The
Where do the
obscurity-
old, what is left for us when hip hop ages when we know that this is a young person's sport?
You
Hold
can
on, you
do.
said hip hop is in its infancy.
Yeah. In terms of, in
In
regards to
music as a
music
whole.
genres, it's very much in its
I mean,
infancy.
this
So-
era
so,
of
okay.
hip hop.
No, I
So
mean like
let's say-
hip
Hip-hop
hop
as a
in
whole,
general.
right?
Hip hop is what, 30, 40?
50
it's about
years.
40, 50 years
50
old.
years.
50
But
years
like
old.
when you
hip-
consider
rock and
rock
roll is
music,
70. Rock and roll is 70 to 80 years old. So let's say they have 25,
70? Okay.
20 to 30 years over us.
Wait,
okay?
traditional? Are we talking traditional rock and roll that we know now?
Well, I'm
because-
like
talking-
heavy
I'm-
metal.
I'm
or
talking from like when they started, when they coined the term rock and roll.
Oh, 70
So
years
the
ago?
the 50s.
Okay.
Okay, so we're at the
okay.
70s now.
I thought it was coined in like the
we're,
30s.
we're at 70 years of rock and roll, okay, and then 50 years of hip hop. At the like where rock and roll is now, it's not the premier musical genre. You
Which
know,
is
it's,
why
it's
it's
fall
scary.
behind.
Which is why
So
it's scary.
Where hip hop is now, we're still at the front. We're where rock and roll was in the 90s.
We're at rock and, no,
Right?
I would argue we're at rock and roll where it was at
Early
2000s.
I was gonna say early
which
2000s.
was where rock started dying, which is why it's so scary to these older guys because they're seeing
Right.
the decline in music.
Right.
Last
But I
year
feel
was
like
the
the older
50th year of
people
hip hop, and it
would-
was the worst year for hip hop ever.
But I feel like the older people, when you look at rock, they can still flourish. They still tour. They still have
yeah.
sold out tours like Aerosmith and like all those people.
Rolling Stone still sells out arenas.
They get
Yeah, they're like
huge,
100.
but
And Mick
if
Jagger
you're
can barely
if you're a
move,
new person coming into rock and roll, you're not gonna necessarily get that
Yeah.
opportunity that the old heads
Exactly.
did.
Yeah, but that's,
Our
that's
feels
timeless
like-
versus. These are timeless artists.
It's like
right?
Rolling Stones versus
Okay, but
Wu-Tang
why is it
but there's
or-
hip hop
or
timeless
like,
artists. Like Nas
Yeah.
is a timeless
Okay,
artist.
but
Jay-Z.
there's a place. Yeah, they're not gonna fill arenas, but you're not gonna tell me that a Nas can't tour if he doesn't want to.
No, but this is my
he
this
can
is,
tour,
this
but
is my
he's not
point,
gonna
though.
get Rolling Stones, Aerosmith type
no, but
vibes.
he's not,
This
he's
is
not
my
gonna get
point
the
though. Where
arenas,
this is what I'm
but-
saying. Like hip hop is still so young that we don't know yet what
What's
it
gonna
looks like.
happen for
Like
them?
444 was a revelation. We that's the first time you're really seeing hip hop
As
age.
an older person.
You know what I mean? Like you're talking about old people things. You're not talking
Yeah.
about no young person. You're not trying to appeal to young people. Like we're literally watching in real time hip hop
And-
age,
and-
and
yeah.
we don't know how that's gonna translate yet. Especially when we know that first of all, unlike other genres, hip hop is called a sport. In sports, there's an age limit
Right.
until it starts getting corny, until you start looking old. Like there's still an age limit. So it's like, even now, the younger kids coming in, they think Drake's corny.
Yeah, it's very
I-
competitive.
I
It's
agree-
about
I
cool
Drake's
and-
old to them.
I agree with what you're
Drake's corny.
saying. I do agree with what you're saying, but we're also in this space where a lot of nostalgia concerts are very popular now. Like a lot of those
Right.
older artists, hip hop,
Rock the Bells.
pop, all these nostalgia concerts are very popular. I get that you're not gonna get the numbers you once did back in the day, but
Nah,
there's still,
Cypress Hill can still sell out.
Yeah,
like a
Yeah.
motherfucker.
there are
Straight
there are
hip-hop
people
acts.
who are still. If Ice Cube wanted to tour, if LL Cool J just toured, you
Yeah.
know, but he stays relevant with acting.
I think that's another
Because of
problem.
new-
though.
They'll be doing the casino runs.
But what I'm saying is, especially a place like Vegas, Vegas has resurrected so many
Right. Right.
people's careers
Yeah.
with residencies. You know what I mean? Like there's so many residents. Like the Eagles are playing in the Sphere, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's the thing.
Sphere is resurrecting people's. Like U2 was a huge residency there because people just wanted to go to the Sphere. You know what I mean? So nostalgia concerts are still relevant. I hear what you're saying with hip hop. I do agree that it's new to the new people, but like, trust me, a lot of the younger, at least some young people that I know, are starting to venture into like seeing what old hip hop was.
Okay,
about.
that's
Yeah,
good.
for
They
sure.
are really doing that.
I
Like,
think there's bigger consumers on the other side though, like in terms of just different genres.
Facts.
I'm not
Right.
seeing as many, you know what I mean, hip hop lovers going to these kind of shows as much as they would for a rock show or you know.
Look
No,
at
that-
even
no, that's
Summer
true.
Jam. Look
That's
at even
true.
Summer
You
Jam,
know?
Hot 97.
Yeah.
You're seeing
No
lower
energy.
and lower numbers,
Yeah.
even though they're bringing out the nostalgia acts. Method
Yeah.
Man and Redman
They
literally
said
said,
never
we're never
again.
doing this again.
Because of the crowd.
Because
Because the energy,
the
yeah.
crowd was not giving them that
wasn't-
energy.
yeah.
And
They
those
just
are
disconnect.
legends.
They
But
just
it-
like
yeah.
to see the young kids.
But I also think that hip hop's the only genre where if you do something else, like another medium, it's almost look like you're graduating and leaving that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Ice
that's
Cube
right.
doing movies was looked at, oh, he's out. He made it. Like,
Yeah.
but
Wants
he
to
made
see
it
you
as
come back
hip hop.
to it.
Yeah, it's
You know what I
toxic,
mean?
well, the
man.
problem, the
Yeah.
problem with the way the space of the world is now is you have to be somewhat relevant to the newer age of people. That's why Will Smith is able to do what he's doing. That's why he's able to go to a Spain and sell out. Like, you saw that arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Smith, listen, no disrespect. I mean, he's not selling out like that in L.A.
No.
As popular as popular and as great as Will Smith is.
Because hip hop rules don't apply to the Spain.
You see
like
what I'm saying?
that. You know, they're
But-
just
But he has other. But think of who's coming to see him. I bet you a lot of those fans in Spain were fans of his movies, not of his music.
Of his
A lot of
shows.
of
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Of the
Yeah.
show,
He's
right?
one of the most syndicated shows of all time.
Queen
So it's
Latifah-
like
yeah, Queen
they've heard
Latifah-
Fresh Prince in Spanish.
What's smart with some of these
Wild.
legends, what's smart with some of these hip hop legends, is why I rate Queen Latifah, LL Cool J, Will Smith, is because they found ways to be relevant to today. Kids today know Queen Latifah. They don't know that she used to,
But not
they don't
in
know Ladies
music.
First Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
No.
They
But
know,
not in
yeah.
but not in music.
You don't know. You
some
know,
of
You
these,
see what I'm saying?
some of these, yeah,
That's a
some
problem,
of these
like,
new guys
us
don't even know
looking
set
at-
it off Queen Latifah.
Us looking at Will doing this track should not be looked at as corny, but it is.
Yeah, but because we know Will Smith from yesteryear. We
Yeah.
know parents
We
don't
know-
understand Will Smith.
We know
Yeah.
summertime.
Right?
Will.
Yeah, we know
Yeah,
summertime.
But
Will.
also the track was trash. And
I mean,
I think the greatest examples of hip hop aging are a Nas, are an Alchemist, are a Jay-Z, where you're seeing them still stay very much relevant in regards to music,
their spaces,
but
though.
not reach. They're
No,
not
you're right.
reaching for a new sound.
But a
Like,
lot of these older guys are comfortable just like if you notice. Okay, I'll even simplify it to parties now, right? When you were young, it was about who was going to be there. When you're older, it's about the vibe of the party. So if you look at like a Scratch Bastards barbecue
Yeah.
or chilling and grilling, the reason why these parties are successful is because we as older people, we're comfortable in just the space of our vibe. We're not trying to reach a new audience.
Yeah.
We're just
Right,
comfortable
right.
in the space of what we know. So as long as we're full of people, we're around people that know what we know, we're good.
Yeah.
Whereas, artists today who are trying to get relevant, you have to reach. You got to use your socials to get new people.
Yeah.
The older people are not worried about getting new fans. They're just cool with the fans they have.
Yeah.
And in that space. That's
Yeah.
the difference. you know?
definitely. Yeah, it's tough. Elliot didn't deserve to be on that list.
All that to say that, damn.
We say all that to say that,
I don't
Elliot,
think, I
you're
think
wrong.
in other years, absolutely. Like
Okay.
Rap Radar has been incredible over the years.
Yeah,
They've
but I
had
think
Will
that's
Smith. They've
kinda
had
spread out.
exclusive Jay-Z
They had Jay.
interviews.
They
They've
just
had
haven't
Tyler
done
the
anything
Creator
recently.
interviews. They've
yeah,
had
that's true.
Brent Faiyaz interviews. Like
Brent.
they've had some really big interviews with
Brent
people
Faiyaz.
who don't talk to people. Like Brent Faiyaz don't talk to nobody.
Where is he, bro?
They had
Will's
Drake.
been
They
busy.
did Drake.
They did Drake.
Brent is busy.
They had
Brent's
Drake
dope.
on there. Like they talk to people who don't talk to people.
That's true.
And that to me is treasured content.
It
You
is.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I think I don't know what happened. They need to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think that that
should've
they're
been on the
doing it.
list?
And I don't like Elliot's new angle.
Persona. His new his
So you were
spicy,
Charlemagne on this?
spicy Elliot. You don't like it?
Yeah.
Spicy Elliot.
That's
What
what he's
number
calling
was
Yeah,
himself.
he
and you
again?
know what it is?
What number was he again?
5.
5. You know what it is? Okay.
Maybe
I don't
15.
mind it. I don't mind it, but it's
10
like
spots lower.
Jesus.
it's what Charlemagne said.
He's
Yeah.
not still on the list.
Stand on it.
Exactly.
Because what
Yeah.
he's trying to do is enter the hot take era.
Yeah, but he's not
Which
really. Yeah.
When you're this is the era of hot takes. If you got a hot take and it goes viral and people argue about it, people are almost looking for that.
That's facts.
I feel like celebrity especially the celebrity world these days, are like everyone's stress ball. It's like I can let out my frustrations and project onto all these people because I feel like they're unaffected. They're rich. They don't know me.
Yeah.
And they never will. And I can get off all my frustrations that I have in real life with real life people with these fake people. They're not real to me. Like they're a character. And I feel like today it's not even just, I won't even say celebrities. I'll just say issues on social media. Anything that's an issue, I'm going to let my frustration, I'm going to vent right here because I need to. Like, you see what triggers people online every day. There's some people you follow, you're like, you're still on that? Like, you're still mad at that? Like, this gets you. Like, this is something that really pokes at you.
Yeah.
And you can see it in people all the time. So I think it's a matter of him trying to join that era of hot take people. But he wasn't. You're not
He's
built
not 10
like that.
toes. And like,
You're not built like that. You weren't ever built like that. And so now you look crazy trying to do it as a much older guy doing what the young boy's been doing.
I think the only thing that bothers me, the fact that he walks it back. Like, if he was this age and he's having these
Stand
takes,
on it.
I can see, like, he's irritated.
Yeah.
And he's now, like, comfortable with himself. Like, yo, I hate this kid. That's it. That's my take, So I
Gotta
respect
be,
it.
it's sad to say, you gotta be like Joe.
For real, though. That's what I'm saying.
You really gotta be like Joe. Just stand 10 toes on your shit,
Age to
even if
being
you're
a
wrong.
hater,
Even if you're wrong. Because I talked to these guys about this just last week. I'm like, yo, there's been 3 different clips that we've had over the past month that went viral that caused argument or divisiveness, right?
Okay.
And in
Gets the
each one of
people
those
going.
moments, we got 100 followers, 50 subscribers, like
Those are the best
numbers
videos.
that don't usually happen on a week-to-week basis. And it's just like, yo, this is why niggas lean into their hot takes. This is why niggas lean into the
It was
the
clickbait.
Well, that's what
turmoil.
gets you the
Different.
followers.
Lean into
is
the drama.
engagement.
It's not even the engagement. It's the drama. Dog, I
But
heard.
it's the
I
drama
saw
of the
people say
engagement,
today.
though.
Tia Kemp,
Yeah.
Rick Ross's baby mom,
God.
Okay.
shouted out top 5 today and said fuck COs. Right.
Oh wow.
Try just using top 5
Yeah.
to make fun of Rick Ross. Right. People started saying, "Yo, top 5 still clouded up. Man, this city's so boring. Top 5 needs to be out." And this guy caused nothing but trouble when he was out.
That's all you need
But
to do.
people are like, nah, the city's boring now. Like, we need somebody like top 5 to be out on these streets. And it's like they just want drama.
If you start
That's
an
why they like
argument,
the Joker and the Batman.
That's why villains.
If you
That's
start
why
an
villains are
argument,
getting
yeah.
their own movies now.
Yeah, hell
That's why
yeah.
villains are the best TV
Oh, the
shows.
anti-hero, yeah,
Breaking
of course.
Bad, The Wire. Those are all bad guys.
Dexter.
Dexter, bad guy.
If you think about it, if you look at your comment section, you as soon as you get the engagement, everybody thinks it's followers. If you get people arguing,
Yep.
for example, I posted a video recently of the baby falling down the stairs, right? And this girl, and clearly the parents with the baby, and then the parent lets the baby go, and the baby just goes tumbling down the stairs, right? And I knew this video was gonna start problems. And this girl goes, you know what? Until you guys get your own kids and raise them and able to raise your kids the way you want to raise your kids, you should stop watching other parents and tell them how to raise their kids. And I knew her comment was feisty. I pinned her comment
Yep. Yeah.
because I knew people were gonna be like, okay, so you're gonna let your kids just follow.
Facts.
I knew people were gonna come for her,
You
bro.
instigator, you
And this
asshole.
video went from 10,000 views to 100,000 views. And if you look at her comment, there's about 90 responses of people just going at her,
Absolutely.
bro.
Because the
And
agent of
she's
chaos.
going at them
I like
too.
I did the
Yeah.
same thing during the Drake Kendrick shit.
That's all you gotta
Yeah.
do.
I would retweet people that have the wildest shit to say.
Find the wild
And
take
just go
pin
go
that,
chew.
bro.
Go argue. I made 4 bills that month.
And yes, and you let your people come for them.
Yeah, man.
There's always gonna be an outrageous take.
Every time.
Yeah.
I used
Just
to do
wait
that
for
a
it.
lot back in the day. I
Yeah.
used to sick my followers on people. I don't do that anymore. But
But you
back
don't
in the day,
have
I
to anymore.
used to. Back in the day, I used to sick my followers on people. I'd be like, I retweet and be like, yo,
You hear what this guy said?
Y'all hear this?
This is what look what Gilbert Arenas said about the African team.
Oh
my
yeah, I
God.
did see that.
I was like, oh, I wish.
That nigga
I
said
wish,
y'all almost lost to the Ahi tribe.
Yeah.
I wish I caught that
Practice on
earlier.
peach baskets.
I wish I
Yeah.
caught that
And
earlier.
dirt
bro.
road.
Barefoot and dirt roads.
They went after that man with the quickness. He couldn't even apologize.
And I
properly.
guarantee you, he got a couple thousand followers off
Oh,
that.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Because there are other people who think
Who
and
believe
speak
that.
You
like
don't
he
think you don't
speaks.
you don't
Oh,
think
so
You
much.
will
Shannon
attract
Sharp?
your tribe, man.
You don't think Shannon Sharp knew what he was doing? You think Shannon Sharp going to Cat Williams? Yeah, man, you gonna get me? Nah, bro, he knew.
You can't say that, Kid.
Come on now.
Come on, Kid. You can't say that.
That's his greatest. That's his greatest episode.
He laughs like Dr. Hibbert.
Greatest. He ain't had an interview since like that.
Yeah, no.
No,
He
he's
had an
had,
interview
he's
since
had
like
a
that.
couple. He's had a couple.
I mean, he tried to get
Ray
Monique. And he
J,
tried. Come on.
Monique went in. That was a big one. Amanda
J.
Seals was another one.
Well, Amanda
God.
Seals, you're just if
Anything
listen, if you
Just
want
want
invite Amanda
outrageous
Seals,
takes.
turn the mic on, and let her run.
Have you met
autism.
that? Yo, I've met her, and she really is,
Like that?
bro.
That's who she is in real life.
No, she's not.
I met her at Just
she's
for Laughs,
not
bro.
a-
Your ex
She
is best.
is
They were getting
that
at her this
chick,
week
dude.
again because this week she started criticizing Kamala Harris and said, "I told her to her face that she's two-faced and disingenuous and talks out of two sides of her mouth."
I know she's
gonna
not
vote for
talking.
Trump. Is she gonna vote for Trump?
She's not
But do you
going
see
to.
what I'm saying? People were under the comments like,
She's
"Okay,
not dumb,
cool,
bro.
you think that? Are you voting for Trump then?"
Right.
No, shut up. Because it's
Yeah.
like if you're doing that, and she's a smart person. She's
Smart.
not an idiot.
She knows what
Yep.
she's doing.
She's a smart person. So you should know that saying this will deter voters
Absolutely.
that already were like, I'm not voting for Trump. And now they're like, okay, well, I'm not voting for Kamala. I'm probably just not
and
voting.
black people will come for her and be like, "Oh, so now you're voting for Trump." She's not dumb, bro.
Yeah.
All you have to do is say certain things a certain way without saying it, and you will just cause chaos in your comments.
She's had too many moments of impulsivity where she posts something and things blow up. And she'll turn off her comments. Like she's very she knows these things are happening.
Super erratic.
Yeah.
And so it's like at a certain point, you got to think, oh, you like this. Like,
for sure.
There's
Yeah.
no, because me,
She's a weird
men are
masochist.
like, I don't like
know what
stress,
that.
bro.
What do you
Yeah,
call
no,
that?
not a fan.
Huh?
They call it masochism.
Oh, yeah, she's a heavy
She'll explain-
masochist, for sure.
I can see that.
Because I don't know if she thinks that, like, I think there's some sort of, I don't want to diagnose her, but
She
it would
wants to.
appear,
She
it
thinks
would
the main
appear
character
there's
is-
like a God's complex.
main
Yeah,
character
main
syndrome,
character
God's complex,
syndrome,
for sure.
energy, whatever.
Yeah.
I want
she's
her on this
autistic.
show,
She
bro.
thinks she's like her
I do.
words will like change a lot of opinions to the point where like it'll cause like a shockwave of change.
You and her are fighting for sure.
Yeah, I'm not fighting her.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not
don't
talking physically. I'm saying there's gonna be this. It would be a very argumentative.
I think I don't know. I think you wouldn't even start it. You'd be exhausted, bro.
I would
Because
not even.
The
yeah,
thought
no.
of her
Marlon
being
would
on it
deflect.
would
I'm
be
already-
like-
I feel like Ace walks off. Like there's gonna be some moments.
I wouldn't even show
There's gonna
up.
be some
That would be
moments out
interesting,
here.
actually.
For
Her and
sure,
Alicia?
bro.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting.
I wouldn't even
my
show
God.
up.
I think you walk off.
You would definitely show up.
That would be
Fire. It's
Why would you
either
show up?
She's not Douglas Snow. I believe
either you
her. She's not
tump her
Douglas Snow.
down and catch a case.
Speaking
Because
of top
what?
down,
You know,
speaking of
Because
top
you know
down,
what? I would sit there and not even say anything, and I bet you any money she would try to revert the conversation back to me
She would.
because she would, you know,
As soon as
just
she
try-
finds- if she finds out what
okay,
triggers
let
you-
me try
Biracial solidarity,
to-
man.
Let me try to get at her because
As soon as she
she's
finds
a
out what
woman.
triggers you, she's coming for you. And I'm telling you, you're either gonna catch a case or you're gonna walk off to save face.
It'd be fire content regardless. Though.
I'm telling you, it's a
that would
million
be-
view episode.
I can see it now.
Why don't
Extra,
y'all sit
extra.
down together?
It'd be
Why
extra,
don't y'all sit
extra
down
gravy.
together?
Speaking of beatdowns, y'all see the uncle video?
What uncle?
Uncle, drive.
when
Uncle
the man
Drive,
gets stabbed
Uncle
up
Drive,
in the
Drive.
taxi.
Uncle Drive.
What uncle drive it?
It's a British man.
We pull it
First
up.
See if
of
we
all,
can pull
if
it
you
up
guys
on
aren't
the-
watching the show Supercell, watch that show.
Oh yeah,
No,
Supercell's
it's on my
sick.
list, bro.
So good.
It's on my list.
Supercell's sick.
I
It's
heard
like
it's
Top
good.
Boy meets Heroes. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Top- I would
That's the
say
vibe I
I would
was
say
getting.
Top Boy meets Misfits.
Oh, I never watched
Ah,
Misfits.
Misfits is amazing. You'd love it.
Oh, I think I.
This video is insane.
Too late already, you know that.
So you see that car drive up in the back?
Is it Uber?
Yeah.
What I didn't like is everybody.
Wallahi, that's you. Wallahi, that's you.
What's really going on right now?
So 3 guys get out with masks.
Shout out to Uncle for not driving.
Uncle doesn't know what's going on.
Oh,
He's legit in shock.
Are they
Yeah,
rushing someone else?
Yeah, they're rushing
One
the
of
guys that
person
just came
got
out of the car.
And he starts backing up, trying to like.
But
exit
he's trapped because of their car.
their car, and somebody's in front of him too.
He's got a knife in his hand.
Yeah.
This is his excellent defense.
Yes.
Just pushing the defense back, the offense back.
They're trying to.
That
Look at
guy on
that.
the left-hand side
It's
is the
stabbing him.
worst joker I've ever seen. Look at this guy.
No, he's getting him though.
No, he
But
got
barely,
a 1-2.
but
Yeah,
barely.
yeah. It's
You
not
can tell he
piercing.
wasn't really about that life. Like he was kind of scared.
Oh my God.
No, that's the thing about
Oh
knives. You
my
don't really see that it hits,
God.
but it does.
Please,
See, look.
please.
Please, my car.
Dog,
I
there's
don't
no
like that
reason. There's
people-
no reason. Homeboy on the left shouldn't have gutted him.
Yeah.
The guy was not about that life for real. He was kind of
Yo,
scared.
yeah.
first
Look
of
at the
all,
jokes.
the first
he
joke
jokes
was
and
like,
like
what
pulls
defense,
back.
His
bro?
wrist was back.
And the guy's not even looking at him.
Yeah. No, you know what? He was actually reaching out.
He should be dead, bro.
He should be like.
Yeah.
He should be dead or injured at
Look
least.
at the guy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
He's scared.
He is, yeah.
Uncle, drive.
I like to say that
And,
whoever
and he didn't need to
Why did they
stop
lock
going
the
after the
doors?
car. He could have kept going because
He didn't
his
wanna
side
stab him.
was free. He didn't. He wasn't about that life. He got pulled along on his trip.
Yeah.
he didn't want to stab him because if
No.
you're really trying to come on,
Listen to Uncle.
The worst thing is they're following. Mind you, they're following.
Yeah,
this
they're in the
guy
car
still.
following him right now.
Uncle, drive fast, Uncle. Drive fast, Uncle. My friend, everything my car. Uncle, drive fast. I'm gonna pay you, Uncle.
This car is my life.
They're coming. You're going somewhere, my friend.
So,
Take money, Uncle. I'll give you money.
Look at the speed in the back.
Where are you going?
When Uncle gets the money.
locked in. Uncle locked
look
in.
how much money this
Uncle
guy
starts
just gave up, dude.
flying. Uncle starts flying.
Uncle looked at the money and locked in.
Right.
And it goes on for a while, but they follow him. They continue to follow him, but they didn't get him. And he posted on social media later on with his chains saying that he's good or whatever.
Yeah.
So who tried to attack him? The guys that are in the car with him now?
No,
No,
but I
somebody
really
else.
do think that
They
they
No,
set
set
him
him
up,
up.
man. Those
No,
guys
the
set him
nigga-
up.
Where
the
did those
nigga-
niggas go?
You guys,
Yeah,
the nigga
where
in
are
the
they?
back is in recent photos. This happened in June. And like maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, the one that's in the back with him is in photos with him. So they're cool. I don't know about this first one.
So these guys just diggied.
Well, here's the thing. When
Yeah,
you
he
walk-
ran.
they
This
just
one in the
dipped
white
off.
in the back, he ran real
Both of
quick.
them-
When he
both of
saw
these
it,
guys,
he ran.
That was
Dipped off.
interesting to see. I have to admit, bro.
Dog, I've been seeing a lot of sword fights over there, man. These
Yeah.
niggas are on guard.
Yeah.
But the way he went out, the way he came
Guys
out the
don't.
whip, he was holding the bottle like he was ready to fight. The way he grabbed the bottle is not the way you grab a bottle to drink.
No,
So
they
the way-
didn't know until dude in the white starts yelling that, yo, wallahi, that's you. Yo, wallahi, that's you. That's when they realize
Yeah.
that the guys roll up. But I didn't, yeah, man, it's super wild. This is
I-
why I'm not a thug.
I
man.
just
Yeah,
don't
it's
understand.
This is
Good
why I do
defense.
not do the street life.
My life is simple.
This
But
is
yo,
crazy.
you
Good
see the
defense.
comments though, what the man said, like the fact that they were shitting on the taxi cab
there's
for
no-
not knowing what to do.
There's a
That's
thing
good
called shock.
defense.
The man was obviously in shock.
This guy warded
Secondly,
off
he was
knife-
already driving backwards.
Oh,
That's crazy. He
Yeah.
warded off knife wounds, bro.
Dog,
Yeah.
incredible defense.
Incredible defense.
Mayweather couldn't see that.
Yeah. no.
yeah.
Incredible defense.
He should have been.
He should be in the Olympics
should
for
have been-
fencing.
Honestly, yeah.
Facts.
Who else though?
2028 LA. He's coming
And I
for
really
them.
rate Uncle for not driving
He'll
till
be
he got
able
the
to
bread.
UK.
Uncle said, I'm not going nowhere
He was
until you fix my
crying 2
window,
seconds
bro.
ago,
Also, could we like highlight the fact that he had good autopsy to still call man uncle?
Yeah.
despite
Dog.
everything?
I mean, yeah,
During
yeah.
the whole
You know?
thing.
Respect. Yeah.
Uncle, please.
Uncle, please.
Uncle,
drive. Yeah.
please,
What
Uncle.
makes me laugh is Uncle's just going, "Oh my God, what's going on?"
Well, because that's
What's
he-
going
He's in
on?
shock. Like
He
he's
ain't built
not
for that life.
He's not seeing some shit like that. You can tell.
No,
man.
Unfazed, his
definitely.
window breaks.
No, I don't think he's unfazed.
I don't think
He
he's
was,
unfazed.
he
I
was.
think he's scared.
Yeah, he
bro.
was.
He
He's
was
like,
genuinely
oh, my car, my
shocked.
car.
He don't want to get stabbed up
If
by
you're,
those guys.
yeah, but
for
if you're
driving
seeing
up.
guys trying to juke somebody in your backseat, I'm driving off. I'm not
Yeah,
waiting for them to
think
tell me
so.
to go.
You
That's
think
true.
so?
I'm leaving, dude.
But people who aren't
mind you,
built for that or
remember-
never seen some shit like that, they freeze.
Remember, he
Nah, I
was
wouldn't freeze.
backing up when he dropped him off, which leads me to believe there was no clear way for him to move forward to exit.
African
that's
guy would've
why
got
he was
joked.
backing up.
If that
he-
driver was
well,
African, he would have got
He was
joked.
backing up because they were fighting in front of the car.
Well, he was already backing up before the fight happened.
No, he wasn't. He sat there. He sat there
The
until
reason why that video went
he
the
sat
way
there
it went
until they got in front of the whip.
is because
Because
he's an
the
Indian dude.
running
Yeah.
happened, and then he started backing up.
Yeah, once the running happened, he started backing up. But their car, I think, was blocking him in.
Yeah, I would have spent.
Telling you, man, that if it was an African driver, he would have got stabbed too. Because
think so?
Africans we're bold. We're coming out. Why you be messing up my car? You will pay for this. Africans are maniacal.
Congolese driver would have drove off, bro. Like, as soon as he got out.
Africa, no, somebody is paying for this car. I'm telling you, we would have came
Hilarious.
out and we stood up to two knife guys. Somebody will pay for this car.
Hilarious.
I'm not driving no way until you pay for this car.
Bana is this week. It is Christmas week in Toronto.
Caribbean Christmas.
Isn't it funny
Caribbean
that Caravana
Christmas.
is the afterthought? Since Vibes Cartel and everything's been going on.
No, I think people were like lit for Bana. I think they're more so thinking they're gonna hear more Vibes Cartel all weekend.
Oh,
No
man.
soca.
It's
More
gonna be
dancehall?
crazy.
I've seen a lot of
Everybody's
people
gonna
say,
be
I don't
dancing-
want to hear no
Everybody's
soca.
gonna be dancing on the stage to fucking vibes. That's
That'd be
crazy.
hard. That'd be hard.
The Jamaican
Crossing
flow
the stage to
is gonna
to
be the most
vibes is
littest.
crazy.
Oh,
They
no.
said Afrobeats is
In
done.
the
bro.
last
Ja-
one.
Jamaican folks gonna be lit.
Shitty's gonna be so mad.
Well, there was.
I mean, they're already mad at Afrobeats.
If you're
there was a tweet. That's what I'm about to talk
if
about.
you're a Toronto DJ, you need to take Vibes Cartel and you need to put him on soca
A soca
beats
song.
right now.
Yeah,
Mash
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Put him on
Mash
Do it
Pilates.
right now, bro.
Shan's the boss. She tweeted, "Friendly reminder: Caravana is for Caribbean music, not Afrobeats. Thanks so much."
Wow.
And
How do
people
you
were
feel about that?
up in arms.
Africans?
She's
Okay.
not wrong.
Our African delegates. How do we feel?
She's not wrong. 'cause
She's
listen,
not wrong.
I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
Congolese parties, we do not play dancehall. So I'm not tripping. Have your fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Afrofest,
if
you
you
don't
guys
hear
went to one I'm a
soca.
piano party and started just busting soca,
Yeah,
How
if it
mad
was
was-
Nigerian
But I feel
Independence
like
Day
if
and you
it's
guys
called
heard Vibes
Carnival.
Cartel, you
I
guys
feel
would be
like if
what?
it's a fet, then for sure I don't like. If I'm going to a soca fet,
Yeah.
if I'm going to Dr. J's thing, I'm expecting all soca music
Exactly.
and maybe a little
Exactly.
dance hall from like one DJ.
There's
Maybe.
a place for Afro
Right?
beats. There's a place for it.
You're
But
not
if
going
it's
to
a
rave to
general
listen to Celine
party,
Dion.
if it's a general party, I feel like it's not that bad if you're hearing Afro beats, soca, dance hall.
I think it's that bad.
and
just for this weekend.
Afro beats over hip hop.
Yes. I
Really?
think both. I think both.
I don't think so.
I don't want to hear either this weekend.
To be quite honest, I'm a traditionalist, and I really just want to hear dancehall and soca this weekend.
Yeah, reggae, calypso, chutney. Like there's so much.
Yeah,
I'm not
options.
gonna get mad if you throw in an Afrobeats, but I'm also not gonna be mad that you didn't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
don't
more
go
so the
looking for
time. I
Afrobeats.
think it's
Yeah.
more so the time because let's be realistic. Hip hop's gonna play.
Yeah.
Afrobeats is gonna play.
Somewhere.
There's nothing
Yeah.
you can do about it. If
Somewhere.
you're
Yeah.
in the party, you're not gonna stop the DJ from doing it.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, my thing is more so the time. I don't want to hear 15, 20 minutes of straight Afro beats. If
I
you want to
agree.
pepper in a 1-2 big tune, and they're the biggest tunes out right now,
Yeah.
I get it. It's
And
undeniable.
mix it
This
in-
is
Sure.
the
into a
moment. If I hear
soca
favorite
or-
girl outside, I'm not questioning it.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you start fucking playing, if I tell you, say I love you, we don't need to
Okay.
play this.
That's
Bro,
crazy, yeah.
This does
that's-
not need to run.
that's
Yeah, this is
old.
your
This is a
What if they-
10-year-old song.
But if they play it to a rhythm,
It's true. He's not lying though. It's like
if you
it's
play
like,
to a rhythm,
nah,
I still
bro.
don't want to hear it.
Especially
Yeah.
not this weekend.
I still don't want to hear it. I don't.
There's
Not
other
this
better
weekend.
things.
Yeah, that's
There's
this weekend
a
is
million
insane.
During
more
Afrofest,
songs.
we don't.
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
right.
Afrofest, yeah.
Afrofest.
Bro, if I went to a Nigerian Independence Day party and they threw on vibes for half a second,
Yeah.
niggas would be blood of Jesus.
Yeah. What is
I think that
this?
It would
Yeah.
be
It'd be
a
bad.
problem, bro. So
They did it at
I don't
Afrofest
want
one
to
time and
hear
they were
nothing on the
mad,
flip
bro.
side.
I don't know what
Oh, wow.
I
her
was
tweet
hosting.
is referring to, whether it's like the whole weekend or specific things. But for me, if I know if you're at the parade, like you just want to hear
Soca.
soca. And then if you're around the Jamaican stuff, you're going to hear the dancehall. And I know that last year there was a lot of the DJs on the trucks that were mixing in Afrobeats.
And hip hop, yeah.
And it was like, okay, well, we're not here for this. Like on road, absolutely not.
Even
I
when
think
reggae-
that's
even-
where-
even when
Unless there's a
reggae
truck.
plays.
Unless there's a truck, because I know that there's some African related trucks that are supposed to, or performances that are supposed to happen.
No.
But
So
why?
there is.
sometimes
You know
they play
what, though?
reggaeton too.
Remember back in the day,
Yeah.
back in the day with Caravana, even when you heard reggae, it was.
They were still like, hey,
It was kind of like, all right.
That's
like
what I'm
you
saying.
couldn't- you
Even
couldn't
dance
play
hall
too
is
much.
like,
Right, dancehall's bad popular in Toronto. You
Yeah.
all know that. But when it's carnival, it's carnival.
yeah.
They want to hear soca.
Even dance hall and reggae is still like
You can get away with reggae,
you
but
can
with
still
Afrobeats,
get away with it,
I don't
but
know,
it's
bro.
like Afrobeat's just too much.
Yeah, it
Like,
makes
I'm
no
with
sense.
Marlon. You play 1-2 tune and go right back
Then
into
go
the
right back
yeah.
to what you got to do because anything more than that, people are gonna start going.
I waited all year for this,
People are
bro.
gonna
Okay,
start
so-
looking at the DJ.
They're
So
really
then what
playing
are-
African music now.
Yeah, especially
then
oh my
what-
god, don't have Trinidadians in there.
What are your thoughts on a lot of these organizations when they're doing? They used to just do Caribbean nights, and now it's Afro Caribbean,
Like what? What do you
I didn't know
mean?
about that.
like sporting events, sporting teams. They've changed it. They'll highlight it. They'll do like Pride. They'll do all these different things,
Yeah.
and then they'll do Afro Caribbean now, and it's always around Carnival.
I haven't seen
kinda
any
lazy.
Afro Caribbean specific events.
You were
but-
invited to one that you didn't go to.
Oh, we got him.
Which one?
Shit.
I'm not gonna say
Got him.
association.
Oh, yeah, that's just tone deaf though. I expect that from those
and I
types
think
of
like the
organizations.
other teams too, but yeah.
I expect that from those type of organizations. They're gonna group us all together because they don't know any better.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
lazy.
that's a
It's like a
matter of
BIPOC
not
thing.
having enough black people in the rooms that make decisions, and that is prevalent. That's just something I've gotten used to, especially in this fucking city.
Yeah.
Corporations are gonna move how they want to move and
Somebody said
throw
it.
in a whole bunch of fucking gumbo of black people
Yeah.
because they think
He's
that
not
that's what it
lying.
is.
Yeah.
yeah.
like
We've seen
BIPOC.
it
I
with
don't like
fucking
BIPOC.
Wonderland. We've seen it with you can name it. They've done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
So-
like Jamaicans with Filipinos and Chinese. Like we're all the same people.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw us in. So it's like I'm used to that from big corporations. It's when it's like
just local
locals. When it's locals, like this weekend, there's a lot of people who are mad at non-Caribbean people throwing Carabana parties.
things. Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, we have friends that are doing it.
Shots.
I understand it.
And I get it.
Yeah.
Listen, I understand it. And at the same token, I will say that I don't think you should brand it as a Carabana event, but you should still have your event. I don't think that I don't think you, especially not this weekend, I don't think you have to brand your party as the Carabana event. I think you could just have an event, especially if it's not Caribbean. You can just have your event, name it whatever, and have it. But
Is
when you
Fabulous
name
coming
it
this year?
a Carabana
gets
event,
icky.
and you're not going to be
Hot
hiring
97 party.
Caribbean
he
DJs,
coming
you're not going to
again?
be playing Caribbean music.
Yeah.
That's where it gets a little sticky because, and we got to hold our own black people accountable too. It's not just when we see Sorry Not Sorry throwing some Caribbean events that we
Who the
call
hell
out
sorry,
Asian
not
people.
sorry.
It's a
Bombs.
It's
It's,
a party.
uh,
It's the old parts and labor.
Yeah, Parts and Labor, where Parts and Labor used to be. But it's,
When is the Fabulous party?
Yeah, Hot 97.
it's not.
Sunday.
Is it even happening? Is it
The Hot,
happening?
the Hot 97
The
party. is
annual-
happening.
But it's Fat Joe, no?
I don't know who it is.
The annual
I've never heard
I'm
of
pretty
this.
sure it's Fat Joe.
BET celebrity
You've never heard
party.
of Fabulous hosting a party at Carabana
Fuck
Weekend?
outta here.
No.
He does it literally every year.
Every year
Since
for
like
real?
Fabulous.
2008. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
2008, 7. Fabulous will always. Well,
Maybe
when
even
government
before
and
that.
Cool
BET
House,
celebrity
Before that,
party,
too.
and it's just
just Fabulous.
I like
Oh,
that.
no,
Yeah.
just Fabulous and DJ Envy.
I'm sorry. I
Desert
apologize.
Storm.
me.
Desert Storm. Desert Storm.
Desert
No,
Storm.
or what's his name? DJ Drama. He be coming all the time.
DJ Clue.
Yeah.
DJ Clue used to come a lot.
Lord. It's not DJ Envy. It's the
Amber
other
Rose
guy.
came for a couple years.
No, it's not
Oh, she
Envy.
can't
It's
come
the other
anymore.
guy. It's the other guy, not Envy
No,
from
Enough.
Breakfast Club. Enough.
DJ
Enough.
It's DJ
Oh my
Enough.
God, yeah.
You know, I look
This is
back.
gonna be our first LeBron this year in like a decade.
No LeBron?
He's at the Olympics.
He's in the Olympics.
A LeBron.
Unless he flies
no
in for the day.
LeBron day party?
Unless he flies in for the day, I don't know.
Where he literally just stands above everyone, just so
Cabana?
he's there and no one's allowed near him.
And all the
that
men.
party.
All the men.
the men
go
rush
All the
in.
men
ham.
are trying to get to him. And,
Groupie
oh my God.
status.
I went to a
Be your
LeBron
man groupie,
fucking
bro.
party
Yeah.
when niggas wore the jerseys.
That's crazy. Look at me. Look at me.
I
That was last year.
was
wasn't it?
That's exactly what that feels like.
sick. Bro, and I'm not talking like just Lakers. Like, I'm talking Cleveland jerseys.
Oh man, they
All
put
of
two.
them.
I'm talking Miami jerseys.
Irish, the fighting
The fighting
whatever
Irish.
Double jersey.
Oh, his 23. No, his 20.
that
His
shit
high
was
school.
nasty.
His high school.
He made a homemade jersey with
Toronto
both numbers. That's
Toronto is the
disgusting.
one place. No disrespect, but there's a lot of dude groupies here,
No disrespect at all. That's just facts.
and they come out during Carabana in
They come
full
out.
fledged.
No, they come out any celebrity event. Any celebrity
Bruh.
event. I'll never forget when Popcorn was at Downsview Park. And these mans are bodying gal
Not Fab, but it's
to
the
get
BT
near
All-Star.
Popcorn just to touch
Kicking
the
up.
hem of
That's
his garments.
so funny,
I
bro.
was
You gonna be
sick
there.
in my stomach, bro. It was disgusting.
No Fabulous is here.
I don't see Fab.
Fat
Is it
Joe.
Fabulous or Fat Joe?
Joe.
Was Fabulous not available? Maybe he's in Paris.
I saw him. I saw Fab.
I don't want to hear no Cowboy Carter this
I
season.
saw
God.
Fab in Phoenix at the All-Star Weekend Jordan party, Jordan brand party, and he came out with like his white T-shirt tucked into his jeans, and the jeans had like all this glitter, and it was probably the worst set that I've ever seen in my life.
He's a boring
because-
performer, bro.
But like he straight out come out, he's like, oh yeah, there's something wrong with the sound issue, and then he proceeds to play other people's music, and then he went and he played music that he was featured on, but only played the choruses of the people singing.
Is this not
and
Rick
just
Ross?
like it was Fab.
That
He
sounds
didn't even
Rick
like
Ross's
rap his own
sets.
stuff,
Man,
and it
was
was
that
just so
bad?
boring. It was really bad.
It
Yeah.
sounds
You know,
terrible.
Toronto promoters are. Listen, I love them because I've dealt with so many of them, and Carabana has become adorable. It's not
Adorable.
the same, you know.
It's not.
There's no more Friday night. Is Friday night at Young
no more
Street
Yonge
even
Street,
happen
that's
anymore?
it. No.
Doesn't even happen.
Too many
You know what I
people
mean?
shooting, man. Too many guns, man.
Big Slice gone. Everything is not the same,
Big slice.
right? It's the same
Young
old
Friday,
parties.
Young Street Friday
Is
was
Jay
things
doing?
of legend.
Is Jay doing?
Soak or
Juve?
Die?
Is he doing any of his big parties?
Soak or Die's on Thursday.
Yeah, because Dr. J
He has a
is
whole weekend.
Yeah, Dr. J is Carabana. at
Yeah,
this
he's
point.
he's a staple. of
He's
Carabana,
the
for
staple of
sure.
Carabana right now. If you're not going to his party or Mona's parties,
Mm.
Mona's parties are the ones you go to.
I don't
if
think
you
she's
just want
having
to,
them anymore.
yes, she is.
Is she?
She's having one tomorrow. I got the
Yeah,
invite.
Mona's always
Every
throwing a
Thursday.
party.
That's where you go if you want to just escape the soca aspect of Carabana, but she really gets celebrities.
And if you want to find the horse.
yeah,
I was gonna
all
say
the horse are there.
Since when
Wow.
you know
Yeah.
Mona?
It's like not everybody's going to NBA All-Star Weekend for the basketball.
Oh, no,
You
no,
know
no.
what I'm saying?
Niggas flying
Yeah,
in for
you're
that.
not going
They're
to.
just there for the
Carabana's not always
celebrity.
about
They're just
soca. Yeah,
there for the just to be around the hype.
Sometimes you
It's like
wanna
Ghana in
go-
December.
Dirty December.
That's in December.
That's the greatest reference.
This is. Why does it sound like that?
The fit is cool.
His mic was out, no?
Even
No.
your Wi-Fi, even your
It's
Wi-Fi
the
doesn't want to hear it.
connection.
Look at him.
Oh my God.
What is that?
Damn,
Is that,
fam.
God, I've seen more motion from a penny.
is that the song with the dream? He still performs that?
That was the tweeted and Ice.
What else is
Yeah.
he gonna perform, bro?
He's a boring
You be
performer.
killing
man.
now. You be
This is
killing
it.
now.
Holla
You know
back,
what it is?
young. Woo, woo.
He thinks he's Jay-Z. Jay-Z's the only one I know that could perform standing.
Standing.
He's the only one.
I've seen so many try to copy it. Like Future is horrible
Jay-Z commands a crowd doing absolutely nothing.
because he won't even look at
aura.
you. He'll have the hat tilted and he just look
Yeah.
at the ground and just.
Just aura and swag,
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And this guy comes out trying to do, because he's from Brooklyn, trying to do the same ish. And I'm like, yo, I've never seen a hype fabulous show in my life.
He's not hype.
I've seen a hype trick show.
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of hype trick
I've seen
shows.
hype tricks. My sleep apnea is more hype than fabulous.
Who's your
bro.
top 5 comedians?
Top 5?
Yeah.
In no order? My top 5? This is my top 5.
We'll already
There's
put
no such thing
Patrice
as
there.
the top 5.
We'll already
no,
put
Patrice is
Patrice.
not my
I'm shocked. You guys have such
No,
similar
no.
styles.
But if he's in anybody else's top 5, I don't argue.
Yeah.
I go by my influence and
you
my.
guys have such similar styles. I'm
We do.
shocked.
But
Dave?
I was gonna say
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle's in my top 5.
Dave, I can see
Yeah.
that.
So is Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
solid. Chris Rock.
Where's Louis?
He's not in my top 5.
Chris Rock is not there either.
No.
Are
Okay.
you going to say
Yeah,
Pryor?
no, Chris Rock's
Pryor,
definitely not.
Carlin?
Alright,
He's
so-
not even in my
Pryor,
top 20.
Pryor is in my top.
Martin
5.
Lawrence.
Nope.
That's peace.
Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence is up there.
No. Pryor.
For who?
For me.
That's insane.
Pryor.
You so crazy?
Tell me your favorite Martin Lawrence joke.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
What the hell?
Exactly.
You do that all the time, bro.
Exactly.
You do that
It's
all
like,
the time.
let me figure out the one I like the best. out of all the many ones
He
that
can't
I
name
enjoy.
me three.
It doesn't matter. We're focusing on him, bro.
He
Focus on the
can't
guest.
name me
Guys,
three.
guys, it's a bad
it's
podcasting.
the Nas thing. He can't name me three.
But that's,
No, it gives me a chance to
comedian.
gather
It's
my
always
energy.
You
about-
need to be a comedian.
No,
Don't say that
he's
he's
not
one
a
of your favorites
comedian.
if
This
he's
is the
not.
only
But I
time we're
love
gonna
that
do
they
But don't say he's one of your
also- they're
favorites if
taking
he's
the
not.
He is,
time
though.
to
He is.
think because they don't know, but they're just trying to figure out what they like.
I'll
of
give
all
you
the many
time. Go
ones.
ahead.
The
No, but
first
you
thing I
can't-
think
you
about
can't-
when I
you
think about
can't-
Martin Lawrence is that leather jersey that he was wearing. You know what I mean? In that
I said
moment.
the joke.
Nigga,
I
I'm not a
asked you what
comedian.
he was wearing.
Comedians can pull jokes because like,
No,
oh,
but
he had a bit about this,
how
he had a
can
bit
it be
about
your
that.
favorite comic?
I
if you
can't
don't
tell
know
you.
the
Bro,
name?
Bill
If I
Burr-
was a
favorite
comedian,
joke,
I could pull
Bill
jokes.
Burr is my favorite comment as well. I can't think of a joke right now.
I could give you 9 Bill Burr
Yeah,
jokes.
You're
bro.
comics.
That's
You guys
what-
are comics.
Okay, but if you were to say you had a favorite artist, you would
Yeah.
give me songs of your favorite artist. I
Sure.
don't think there's a difference between comics
No.
and
I can
artists.
tell you
or any of
specials.
this.
Even when I
I can
wasn't
tell
a
you
comic.
specials. Would that be the same?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I
your
told
favorite
you.
Martin special?
The
then?
one he was wearing leather thing. I think it's like a.
See,
Where's
and
leather
there
in
you
all
go
of them,
again.
No,
You
it's
can't-
Martin. You so crazy or something like
Run
that.
Tell
I
That.
think
It's
is
Run
it?
Tell That.
It's not you so crazy.
No, it's Run Tell That.
you
He wears
sure?
no. He wears
Yes.
leather in She's
He wears a leather throwback jersey in Run Tell That though, early 2000s.
Right. For me, listen, even when I wasn't a comedian, Eddie Murphy was one of my favorites, and I could recite all his stuff even when I
Exactly.
wasn't a comedian.
Bro, it's you so crazy, bro. What are you talking about?
I don't know what that
He's wearing
is.
leather in all of them. He's
Yeah,
wearing leather
well,
in both.
yeah, I
he's
guess.
wearing
The one I was
leather in all
talking
his
about is
specials.
this.
You So Crazy. What year is
They
that?
all try to
That
imitate Eddie Murphy
is
in their specials.
94.
94.
The year before I was
Def
born.
Jam. Was Def? Yeah, that's Def Jam times. That's what I considered him funny.
He's my favorite
I
Def
think
Jam host.
Def Jam
Of all
as a
the-
host,
He's
Yeah,
the,
he was
he's the,
number
he's the
one.
greatest
Incredible.
Def Jam host.
incredible.
Yeah.
But I don't
other
think
than
he's-
that,
he's
I
not in my
don't.
top 5.
I don't have him. Yeah, in
He
the,
was
as
like
a comedian.
one of
like
the
that.
first people I saw that was like funny across the board. You know what I mean? Like hosting that, and
Martin?
seeing clips. Yeah, for
Really?
real.
I
I'm
think
born
he's one of
95.
the best stand-up turned acting comedians of all time.
Yeah.
He could carry a movie by himself. Blue Streak.
Yeah,
What's
bro.
happening now?
The Benjamins movie, whatever.
The
Yeah,
Ben-
yeah,
like-
yeah.
I think
Uh,
Kevin Hart's a better actor than him, though.
No.
Comedic.
Better
I do.
actor?
I do. I think Kevin Hart.
Kevin doesn't
I
have
think
as
Kevin-
much range,
I
I
think-
don't think.
Then Martin?
Actually?
Yes, he does. Kevin Hart can play serious.
I was
Oh,
gonna
that's a
say, I
good
think
point, it's a
Kevin
good
Hart.
point.
Kevin Hart
No,
has-
but Martin
He has
plays
more
serious
range.
as well.
In what movie?
In
I
all
don't-
of them.
I don't see
In
him
all of
as
them.
real
Martin serious.
serious.
Yeah.
Blue Streak in all of them.
He's not
Roscoe
serious in the-
Jenkins.
come on.
He has serious moments.
He
It's like
does,
Robin
yeah.
Williams,
But-
where it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
Robin is
75% of the movie is gonna be comedic,
No.
but he's gonna give you
Robin
25%.
Williams is an actor.
He's
bro.
the greatest.
He's an actor.
He's the greatest.
He is one of
he's
the
the
best
greatest
comedic
stand-up comedian ever.
actors. He's one of the best comedy actors.
Yeah.
Absolute
Ever. That's
a fact.
range. And even Jim Carrey is very underrated.
Oh, yeah.
Very.
I think Jim Carrey is
Adam
mad
Sandler, too.
underrated, bro.
I think Adam Sandler too.
Adam Sandler's a great actor.
I think Adam Sandler got more developed as a well-rounded actor
Yeah.
after Click.
I think Jim Carrey is the greatest actor because he has just different characters and tone to his acting.
Yeah.
The Jim Carrey and Truman Show is not the same that you get in you know.
And the commitment.
Bruh.
Like, have you seen Man
He's
on the
so
Moon
good, bro.
documentary?
Yeah.
When
Where
Andy-
he's
Andy
playing
Ka-
Andy
Andy
Kaufman
Kaufman?
just
Yeah.
in real life?
That was insane.
He stayed in a character.
He's
the
in
whole
a
time.
character, yeah.
That nigga's different.
And then Dave making that joke about meeting him on set. Fire.
Chris Rock is a horrible actor.
That was amazing.
Chris Rock's horrible. Chappelle's horrible. But they're very prolific stand-ups.
Yeah.
Vivid pictures.
So who else you got in your list?
So
The
yeah,
top
go
five?
back to
My
your top
last two?
5.
Oh, okay. Well, you gave me time
No,
to
top
think
5
about
in
it.
general. So you said
So for me, Chappelle,
Okay.
Burr, Chappelle, Burr.
Murphy.
No, there was a third that I said.
Eddie Murphy.
I don't think you said
No,
it.
I didn't say it. But Eddie
I don't
Murphy
think
is
you
in my
said a
top 5.
third.
He is?
He is in my top 5.
So Eddie.
So Eddie Murphy.
And Pryor was
Pryor
in my
was
top
the
5.
other,
Oh yeah.
You got one
And honestly, because of the influence he had on me with facial features and Cosby, his timing.
Cosby.
Yeah, one of the
And an
greatest
honorable
storytellers
mention,
ever, man.
honorable mention to Bob Newhart, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody
Ooh,
says.
not
R.I.P.
familiar.
He
I'm
just
That,
died too.
bro, his
Bob Newhart.
timing, just the sheer timing. how
That's
he-
Don Rickles for me.
Don Rickles.
Sorry.
I saw that guy live, and I've never watched a comedian and been like, yo, I need to like change all my shit.
Bro.
This guy made the crowd cry, standing O, laugh,
Rickles?
yeah, then get another standing.
And
O.
how old was he? Like,
This is like towards the
he's
the
like
dying
80.
years.
Dog.
Yeah.
That
This is
guy
towards
is
the
the epitome of charm to me.
That
Yeah.
guy
Like
could
he
roast.
was roasting the mafia, bro.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah,
in the day.
absolutely.
Like he's
One of a kind.
different.
Yeah.
different. He can roast you and still compliment you
At the same-
somehow.
literally
Like
the same breath.
I don't know
I've seen him
how.
do it.
Like it's
You wouldn't
incredible
get
to
mad.
watch, man.
You wouldn't get mad.
That's your
But
wife?
these are skills. Those are the
Know
old
who
school
else is
guys.
like that? That's low key underrated. Rodney Dangerfield.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Joan Rivers was like that.
I'll tell you that.
Joan Rivers. Oh,
See, a lot of the
Titan.
old school.
Joan.
I used to watch. For me,
Mm-hmm.
the influence I had wasn't even really stand-ups. I used to watch the old school sitcoms and learn.
I Love Lucy.
So B. Arthur from Golden Girls, Dorothy,
Oh yeah.
was a person I would watch. I used to study her deadpan
yeah.
because I think it's a real skill to be able to say what you want to say
And not
with your
move your
face,
face, yeah.
and not talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of
That's
those
so
sitcoms,
real.
Jack Tripper, John Ritter, his physical comedy to me is unmatched.
R.I.P..
Like before Jim Carrey, before all these guys, I don't think John Ritter gets the flowers he deserves.
No,
bro.
no, no.
Three's Company, the things he was doing in
Got
there
too soon.
was
Got
ahead
too
of
early,
his, yeah,
man.
ahead of his time,
Even 8 Simple Rules was like,
bruh.
it was gonna be one of those shows that were up in like
That
the
show was so
pantheon.
great. I
People loved
it.
it.
John Breyer and Bizarre. These are the shows I used to watch, and then we all used to watch Benny Hill. And, you know, of course, you know, because we were little kids and we were perverts, and we wanted to see old Englishman touch up some breasts. Of course, but, you know, those were the shows.
Don't
But-
even know what it is.
Benny, okay, then you missed out on childhood.
Archie
Benny
Bunker.
Hill?
But then In Living Color comes in, and then you know Nutty Professor and Martin, and these guys showed me character work.
Yeah.
I had never seen Martin's. One thing I will give Martin Lawrence is his character work
When he
on
plays-
his shows. He had the first. A lot of people don't know this. His show was like a combination, and I think he said it, a combination of sitcom and sketch comedy in one show.
Yeah.
And he
Martin,
was the
right?
first Martin.
Yeah.
He was the first guy that had multiple characters, and commitment to all of them. The white guy from marketing, Shanae, Jerome, Roscoe.
People don't give him enough
Bro.
credit for introducing bits to sitcoms.
Exactly,
Because
bro.
you can see it in any stand-up turned actor, like Kings of Queens. You can see James doing bits. You can see Raymond and Everybody Loves Raymond doing
Yeah.
bits. Seinfeld, every show would start with a bit.
Carmichael's whole show was
Yeah.
his stand-up.
Yeah.
And Martin was like the first blueprint of that, easily.
And Nutty Professor, and even Eddie Murphy, give him his flowers
Well, no,
too.
I lied. Sorry, not
Character
Martin.
work?
Bill was the first, and then Martin. too.
Eddie Murphy's character work is also unmatched because it. I don't know how old I was when I found out the old white dude in Coming to America was him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Until the credits. It was the credits.
Laha!
When I first watched the movie, I didn't know it was him
I
until
still
the
say
credits.
that
it's
to this
from?
day. Yeah.
Yeah. I
had
Laha!
I just heard from Maul.
Yeah,
like,
no,
years- I had
yeah,
no
Maul
idea.
always used to say, but it's
little
from
white dude
Coming
was
to
him.
America.
That's
and the
great
barbershop.
character work.
Wow.
When I got
You know how
to know
long
what
it
you
took
the
me to
credit.
find out realize that Cuba Gooding Jr. is the one getting his haircut?
I mean, these are all those
He
revelations come
he
after
doesn't
the
say a
movie.
word.
Yeah,
He's an
yeah,
extra
yeah.
in the movie, and
Wow.
he's just getting his haircut. And I was like, I watched it like maybe a couple years ago. I was like, it was like that Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
I didn't like him at first, like Jamie Foxx. I didn't like Jamie Foxx at first, but you know what? Let me explain though.
Okay, I'm
because
listening.
a lot of his earlier stand up was ripped
Horrible.
off of Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
If you watch
yeah.
old Richard Pryor stuff, a lot of people stole from Richard
It's
Pryor.
Richard Pryor
right?
and impersonations.
But what made me respect Jamie Foxx is he's a triple threat
Yeah.
in terms of
Talent is crazy.
in terms of his talent.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of his stand up, but then his show came out, and even what he did on The Living Color, I guess not little, but the impact he had on In Living Color, and then his range in acting as well.
And the
Like,
singing too.
Yeah.
you know,
Wanda.
and then the singing, and like,
Yeah.
you know, he's the talent is
To
ridiculous.
me, he's a better Eddie Murphy.
I think Eddie Murphy's
Whoa.
the reason
Just
why-
not in stand up. Stand up, Eddie's the king. Like
Okay.
he's not touching him anywhere close to him. But in
Yeah.
terms of acting and singing,
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
I think
No,
Eddie
he's
Eddie
Bodied
gets-
Eddie.
Eddie's a great performer, and then Jamie Foxx obviously takes it to levels because he can do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Even though Eddie Murphy could sing too.
they're really good impersonators. They both. That's it.
And he could sing in
Likes to
comparison to
party
other
all
I
the
think
people
time.
that
listen,
attempt
when
it.
you
Eddie Murphy
heard
can sing.
when
He's
you
not- he's
heard
not-
Eddie do that Michael impersonation
He can
in,
sing.
in Delirious, you knew he could
Listen,
sing.
just because he came out with "Party All the Time" and all these whack songs,
Party
Yeah.
all the
doesn't mean he
time.
can't sing. I'm not putting him against Luther. I'm not saying he's the best vocalist of all time, but he can hold a note.
When that nigga did Elvis Presley, lemonade.
He's not Jamie Foxx.
that cool,
Yeah,
refreshing
yeah,
drink.
Jamie Foxx sings circles around Eddie
Oh,
Murphy.
yeah.
Of course,
Facts.
of course, Jimmy Foxx is a better singer.
He sings circles around many people.
Which makes Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx, in my opinion, the better performer. I think Jimmy Foxx is a better performer. but I think Eddie's the better
I
stand-up.
want people to stop comparing Jamie Foxx and Childish Gambino.
I was gonna say something.
Oh,
to
God.
Donald.
I
That's
really
terrible.
want that
See,
to stop.
Donald's
Just
loving
because they're both multifaceted. Like Childish Gambino is closer to Issa Rae to me than Jamie
Close to
Foxx.
the Easter.
Wow. That, come on.
No, I'm dead ass serious.
I can't sing,
I
though.
get that.
Yeah.
I don't care. Neither
So you're
can
saying
he.
her rap?
The fuck? Childish Gambino can't sing. Stop.
That's hate.
And just
Wow.
rap.
If Childish Gambino can sing, then Drake can sing.
That's a fair point.
I see what you're doing there, but
Cut it out.
That's a fair point.
Cut it
close
out.
enough. It's a close
Niggas can
enough.
hold a note. That doesn't mean they can sing.
fuck that. Drake can sing, bro.
Okay, so the
you.
Janet
Drake is-
Jackson
Okay,
can't
watch this.
sing.
Watch this. Watch
I
this.
literally
If
thought
I
about
can,
this.
if I can dunk, but all I can do is a one-hand tomahawk dunk. Am I a dunker or can I dunk?
Now you're a dunk.
You got a point.
Only like the hard arm.
Can I dunk or am I dunker?
He's a true. He's not Vince Carter. You're
I
not Vince
can
Carter
dunk.
if you could only
I'm
do
not
one
a
dunk.
dunker.
Yeah.
He can sing.
This
He's not a singer.
man.
It's
This guy
so
just
true.
wants to stand 10 toes
Ten
down.
toes, no matter what.
Yeah,
This guy's opposite Elliot.
will not move.
Okay.
Duke Wilson?
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll go around the room. All right. Since we're on the subject, I'll go around the room, and I want to hear. Give me one overrated singer.
Oh,
Overrated singer.
One
Overrated
singer.
vocalist.
Bob Dylan.
One overrated.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
vocalist.
I like
no,
that
he
one.
can't sing. He's very
I like that
overrated.
one.
And he's higher on the list in the Rolling Stone than Michael Jackson.
You saw it. You saw it in that We Are the
Wow.
World documentary.
Crazy.
That nigga could not
It's
even
insane.
stay in the room.
It's insane.
Literally.
But he's unique. That's why in rock.
Yeah.
Rock is about
That's an
unique,
interesting word,
right?
unique.
He's white.
Ashanti.
Because Mick Jagger can't sing.
He's white.
Mick Jagger, listen, Mick Jagger can't sing, but he's one
Back
of the best.
then,
He's one of the greatest rock stars
They
ever.
weren't singing.
He's white.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Rock is about unique.
Yeah.
Rock is about unique.
Yeah.
Right. R&B is about vocals. Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Ashanti.
Ashanti. Wow.
Damn.
Nobody wants to fight him. No.
Well, she didn't have, like, you couldn't to me,
Wait,
she,
are we
she-
talking
she was-
current Ashanti?
I'm just saying she's black. She was Black Britney Spears to me when she came out.
When she first came out, I can
Wow.
understand what
You
he's
know,
saying.
she was
The
the
opinions expressed on this show is not those of
in the
everybody
sense that
else.
she wasn't like the most talented singer. She
I-
wasn't
I
the
agree with
Christina
you.
Aguilera.
I think she's overrated.
Rihanna.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I'm on board with
That's a
that.
good take,
I'm
though.
on board with
That's a
that.
good take.
I'm on board with that.
Wow.
She's gotten better though. Remember that performance?
Yeah,
She's
of her
gotten better,
Bubba
but
Brain?
has
She's
she
still
gotten
not
better,
a great
or has the
singer.
mic gotten
Okay.
more expensive?
I'm not mad at that picture.
She's not.
Hey, I
She's
wrote
not a
that.
great singer, but she's a great
You're from the islands. Can't say
performer.
that.
She's just my Jamaican
overrated.
queen.
Give me
I'm
an
not gonna.
overrated person.
Genuine.
What? Same.
He said it a bunch of times too.
Genuine's voice is not the best voice.
I'm trying to think.
RL from Next.
Oh, stop.
It's so
Are
white.
we gonna say Cisco next?
No. No one's
He
gonna
would
say
fight
Cisco.
you. He would fight
I
you.
will fucking shut this whole shit down.
Cisco can't sing
Nah.
either.
I will
No, Cisco
shut
can
this
sing.
whole shit down.
Case.
What? No,
I don't
no,
give
no.
a fuck what anybody
Missing
says.
you.
No,
He's
Missing
a
you
terrible
alone.
No, no,
singer.
it's a good song. Doesn't
It's
mean
a
that he
good
can
song,
sing.
fantastic
but his
song.
voice is terrible.
Don't judge me.
Janet Jackson has a lot of great songs. Doesn't mean she could sing her ass off.
You think Johnny can't sing?
I didn't say she can't sing. I'm talking about overrated singers.
Okay. Also,
But Janet Jackson's never come out as a power singer though.
That's
true.
It's true.
She's one of the she's a
distracted
Jackson
us with the
who
dances.
stayed. Be honest, she stayed in her lane, bro.
Yeah.
She stayed in her lane.
Whisper singing.
She has never tried to
Yeah.
sing like a Whitney or a Beyonce.
nah.
She
She knows
stays
I'm
in
gonna say
her lane.
Sierra.
She's horrible.
Whoa. Horrible.
Yeah, Sierra's
She's
pretty
horrible.
bad. Sierra's pretty bad.
She sounds like what you sound like singing in the shower.
First of all, I don't like that.
Omarion's another one too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We
When
knew
are we
that.
gonna come to terms?
No, we came to terms during that BT.
Did not Mario
What
expose
was it?
this guy?
Versus the
Mario
versus.
exposed that guy.
Exposed
He
the
did,
shit
he
out of
did.
He
him.
exposed a lot of people that
Exposed him bad.
Yeah.
we know Ray J can't sing.
Yeah.
He sang better when he was a kid. Listen, I went down a wormhole of going. You ever go on Spotify or Apple and just download old albums? Ray J's first album, when he first came out when he was Brandy's brother, he could sing. And then when Wait a Minute came out, somebody told him he was good, and then he just
Wait a
went,
minute.
bro. I don't know what happened to the voice.
Listen, you got a show this
I do.
week.
Yeah.
I got to show. Well, I don't know when this is airing. But
This is airing tomorrow morning.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, yeah.
Well, then tonight.
Tonight, you have a show. Is it sold out?
Almost.
Almost sold out.
Shout
So-
out to and Trixx and Friends is always about me introducing Toronto to comedians that I've met
Yeah.
on the road, and they haven't been here. I'm not saying that I'm introducing them to the world because they're known in their respected fields, but they haven't been to Canada.
Yeah.
They haven't been to Toronto. So I have two people who I'm like, I don't know how Toronto doesn't know these two.
Yeah.
But they're gonna. And one of them is Corey Bell. She works a lot with Monique, and she is going to murder the place. She's from Chicago. She's excited to be here. She's very into Carnival. She just got back from St. Louis's Carnival.
Oh,
So
wow.
she's here. Oh, Toronto's Carnival. And so she's ready.
The letdown.
And then the other one is in the room, Mike Paramore out of Cleveland. Beast on stage, and you'll see, I don't got to say much. Both of these guys I'm excited to have on the show, and I'm looking forward to it.
And it's a dope show, man. I've done it. It's incredible.
Marlon's been on it.
A lot of fun.
You know?
A lot of fun.
And I can't wait to see like how, you know.
Even though it's very hectic. Make sure you guys give yourself time to get there because the traffic downtown.
It's Caravana Thursday.
It's going to be
and
wild.
it's Harborfront, so
It's gonna be crazy.
It's Harborfront.
Go
SOD's
accordingly.
happening. There's a lot going on downtown. I personally had to get out of the car and bike.
I remember
What?
we're ready
To
to
the
start.
show.
We're like, where's Marlon?
I
And he's
biked to the
texting
show.
me, I'm on my bike.
I had to
That
bike
voice is crazy.
from Liberty Village to Harborfront.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was
because
sweating by the time I got
because
there.
because getting an Uber is you're not
Yeah,
just
it's not,
cancel the
it's
show
not gonna happen.
And I walked in and went straight on stage.
And that was when.
and killed.
That was
that's
not
fine.
last
And
caravan.
killed.
I think it was 2 caravans ago.
He killed.
So the traffic
I've
now
never
is
seen
worse.
it. No prep. This guy ran literally bike sweat.
That's fire.
It was a fun
And
show.
killed.
Man. It was a fun
Stage
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that pressure. Yeah, man, it's amazing to have you here, bro.
I appreciate you guys having. This was fun.
Yeah,
before
man.
before we end, I want to show you guys a photo.
Happy Vibes Cartel
Release.
release day.
Or not.
Freedom. Whoa. Okay.
This is a real life
my.
photo.
How do you?
This is a real life painting
I've seen the photo of this on
so
Twitter.
that I know somebody
Somebody
who has.
actually painted
I've seen
it.
it in
That's crazy.
person.
Are you seeing this?
Yes.
This is wild.
This is Django.
The internet is undefeated.
They'll,
Do you understand? That is so wrong on many levels. And to all my
But it's fucking.
Can-
and listen,
Lamar?
Americans, stop saying Canada lost. We didn't lose.
This little.
So interesting how they're okay
We didn't
with.
lose. Okay.
It's so interesting how people are okay with Kendrick just depicting himself as Jesus.
Yeah.
Is that what he is?
Never gets talked about.
He's put this diamond encrusted wreath crown on his head.
Has
that
he?
That he performs
think-
with, and he starts
yeah.
bleeding.
It's $3 million.
I think that's why
Onto
they
his
did
face.
this. Because that's what
He's
it
an
was.
artist, guys.
Well,
That's what
yeah,
it
and it's on his last album
It's
cover,
the art,
Mr.
guys.
Morale.
It's the art.
this fucking guy.
This is art. So, you want this? You want this in your house?
Fucking
Never.
Dick Ryder!
Because I know where to get it. from
Fucking Dyson over here.
You guys say
Like,
Dick
something
Ryder like regulators.
You want a Kobe?
Hilarious.
Oh,
See?
okay.
Anyways,
I don't know how I feel
another
about it.
week, another fucking classic.
401 episode.
Vibes
401st.
Cartel is free.
Yeah.
401st. This is a Highway 401 episode.
401,
man.
baby.
And Vibes is free, man. And that's why he is our Good Youth of the Week. Wow. Wow. What's up,
You have done your time.
Shout out to another good youth, Trixx, in the building.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you for coming
Much
through,
love to
bro.
having me, man.
This is an amazing, another classic episode. I'm Marlon,
I'm Norm.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Duke.
and that was the Extra Gravy.
skirt, skirt.
Ay, caramba.
Suck your mother.